Hey, what it do?
Ahoy, chat. Let's do this.
What up, fam?
What's up?
We are your sportsmen.
Feeling gangster today.
We already got Steven smiling. That's good.
Well, I saw Stephen Vaughn in there with his Jordan hoodie, and it made me feel all like we're gonna go play on some street hoop later on. We're gonna get edgy.
Bruh.
Yeah, sir.
Bruh.
We're gonna go hang out with the streetmen.
Well, you guys have fun. I'll meet you.
You don't want to hang out? You want to play some
ball?
play some hoop? Is there like a place in Portland that people play outdoor hoop?
Yeah.
All the parks, man.
Huh?
All the parks. I don't know which parks.
Well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't.
Yeah.
Do we
The
have
one in
like
North Portland was like a huge one, wasn't it?
the one in North Portland was huge for a while. I don't know if it still is though.
I forget the name of it.
They
should name it after you.
In a shocking turn of events, my ear is not to the street ball game. I'm not familiar with the ins and outs of Portland street ball. Now the streetmen, I feel like I've got some experience in the street wars, but you know the where we hooping, I don't know. I don't hang out with the Hoop family anymore. Lil Rob is gone. I mean, once he left, you know. But remember, Lil Rob, he don't hoop before noon. He wanted you to know that.
Is it Irving Park? Is that right?
That sounds right. Sounds right.
I love that we're just, I don't know. Sounds
I think
right.
it's Irving Park.
Someone in the chat. Pop in the chat and tell us.
What's up, chat? Someone in the chat's got to be a hooper. I would think that I could see Stephen Vaughn rolling up in some like long and one shorts and like going out and I could see you hooping.
I played at one park when I was in high school. Like right after I graduated high school, I played at one park, and that was about it. I'm more of a organized basketball player. That's how my game was. I was scrappy.
You need refs.
Yeah, I need refs. I'm drawing fouls. I'm not crossing people over.
You're not a call your own guy.
No, I'm not. I hate calling my own fouls. I don't call fouls against me.
I thought you'd go down and dominate in the post.
I got to tough it out. No, dude, I was a wing player, man.
Okay. All right.
I'd call my own. Yep, that's foul.
Every time.
Yeah, that's foul.
Yeah. Me and pickup basketball don't go together.
I was a little ticky-tacky.
Well, you played back in the day, right?
Yeah, I used to love pickup ball.
Rob would go down to the YWCA, right?
No.
Play with his tricolored ball.
No. We talked about this last week. How do you not remember this? Well, 2 weeks ago. It was Bally's. And
yes,
then,
but it's funnier that you played at the YWCA.
It was Bally's on, I used to go up to Bally's on, what is that up there? Off of 26? It's gone now.
People are saying that Irving Park is, we're getting multiple, it is
That's
Irving
a baller's paradise.
Yeah.
I've been known to show up there every now and then.
Someone's saying the only other runs are the 24-hour fitnesses, but those are indoors. So apparently it's Irving Park, and then you got to go to your local 24-hour fitness and get your midday run.
Well, what about, wait a minute.
And that's where fights start.
What's the one across from the Blazers practice facility?
Oh, that was the old Club Sport.
Yeah. That used to be a big baller.
Well, that was big because like Jerome Kersey and like Terry Porter and stuff.
Well, they have multiple courts.
Yeah, but like you could show up there. I had some friends when I was younger that played, and they would go there because like real NBA guys sometimes would roll in there, which is crazy when you see like down in LA or out in New York. You can just be some Joe Schmo down there, and then Kevin Durant rolls up. And you're like, what?
Yeah, and then I roll in with my patella band and my ball, and I go down to court 5.
Yeah.
See, that was the beauty of club sport is, there was always that one court where it's like, ooh. And then, you go several courts down, and you'd find maybe a little bit more your speed.
Is there an 8-foot rim somewhere that I can play on? Because I'm good.
You want to dunk?
I whatever the competitive court is, I don't want to be on it.
Why? You can cherry pick.
Yeah, that whole world of like, I don't know, like the 35-year-old finance guy that wants to like relive the dreams. I just don't. That's long gone. I only have like 2. I have like really non-competitive, and then it goes to an unhealthy spot, and I don't want anything to go to an unhealthy spot, so it's best just to not participate in any of that.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like I played for a while once I got done playing in college and City League, and it was fine, and then it got to a place where everyone just wanted to fight me and talk trash because I was a goofy white guy and I was giving them buckets, and then I got mad and I started talking trash, and just it started fights.
See, I want to see Stephen Vaughn.
I got sucker punched in the face.
The white man can't jump, just like tie-dye, giving people just dropping dimes.
So that, I would always wear high white socks because it looked really dumb, just to hustle people. And then I would have longer, shaggy hair just to mess with people. Who's this goofball that I'm out there killing them?
Someone punched you in the face?
Yeah. Yeah, so it had been physical the whole time, and it had been talking a lot of trash, and they pushed my brother after the play, so I came up and just two-hand chucked him, and then, another guy came from the side, and
damn.
He gave you a two-piece.
Did he drop you?
No, I stood there, and I looked at him, and he kind of ran away because he saw it did not even affect me.
We're getting some Wallace Park in Northwest. We're getting some of that. Westmoreland Parks. Yeah, I guess there's some people out there that are still out there getting it done.
I always liked it because it was a good way to run without running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just stay in shape.
Some cardio.
Yeah. Now, wait, there's a Vaughn brother?
There is, yeah. There's an older Vaughn brother. He's here. He's out there. He coaches. He actually coaches at Clackamas High School.
Okay.
He's a teacher, gym teacher.
Now, you sounded a little, like that.
No, I love him. I love my guy.
Okay, but that was a little, you had he's out there.
He's out there.
He's a little hesitant to talk about
is
the
he,
brother.
I was just trying to think of what to say.
Is he like rotund? No.
He's a Vaughn. He's out there. He's coaching. He's doing his thing. He's got a couple of kids.
Okay, because we both I thought that I picked up on something, but no.
No.
Okay,
no.
all right. So
it just seemed very hesitant.
Yeah,
I was just honestly trying to think about what to say.
Okay, so Brother Vaughn's legit.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Now, can Brother Vaughn hoop?
He is one of the best shooters I've ever played with. Bar none. Not a great athlete. Dude, not a great athlete, not a great defender, but could shoot the lights out of the ball.
Did he play college ball like you did?
No, he played high school as it.
What a loser.
So when the Vaughn brothers get together on the court, look out.
Yeah, well, that's my problem is, as I've stated before, if I love you, I love you. And so if people go after my brother, I'm going to go after you.
Oh, boy.
I got people's back.
Would you have Sukes back if you were out there?
I think I would, yeah.
You got back your brother's
Nowadays, I think I've gotten close enough to Suke and yourself. Like, the people that I love, I really love. But if I don't love you, there's no love for me. Yeah.
No.
So, if someone attacked you, I got your back.
Yeah, all right. As people are pointing out, too, if you want a ball, there's always the LDS church.
Yeah.
The LDS love to ball.
They do. Like on most churches, you can get like I don't know what night they do it, but yeah, there's usually some form of church basketball. And then you can pretend fight. There's always those. I just learned a long time ago we not for me. The basketball on-court culture just we don't line up.
No, because you're an actual tough guy.
Well, like
you can actually hurt people. Basketball people, we're soft and we like to fake it. And so
there's a lot of bravado out there.
Right. And so when you get a real football player out there that could actually murder you.
I just never understood like if someone pushes you or like throws the ball at you, like that just means you're going to fight. And so if you're going to fight, just fight. But then when you do fight, then everyone acts like you've done something horrific and you've like ruined the thing and you're like, "Well, thought we were fighting." And they're like, "Well, it's not that fight. There's like basketball fight."
It's a basketball fight, yeah.
Yeah, and so just
basketball fights are more pushing and shoving. So when an actual punch gets thrown, it's a little different. It kind of shocks you a little bit.
Yeah. So it's just basketball and me. We don't go together. So I'm a casual observer. Like the best you're gonna get out of me is like a free throw. Like if we're walking by a court, give me a ball, I'll shoot a couple free throws and then shuffle on my way. Plus, I just feel like that's a torn Achilles waiting to happen.
No question. Yeah. And a rolled ankle.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah.
That's what got me to quit.
The ankles?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of rolling those freaking hurt. I'm tired of rolling my ankle. I'm not playing. Although I will say the culture thing, I get what you're saying, but it's also fun to find a place that is just like kind of like-minded.
Yes, like if
people aren't like that.
If you could find that, I think I would still be willing to go do it. But I think the last time I played basketball, there was handcuffs involved, and then it was just one of those where like this is dumb. And then there was a banning of me from an entire organization, and then it was just like this is just like nothing good comes from this. It's time to go find something else to do.
See, but I want you on my team. I want you on my team.
You don't.
So bad.
It's not good.
Yeah, I know.
It's not good.
No.
He's going to get those boards.
No one. It's just
I don't think he will.
No.
I don't think he will.
No.
And then you'll yell at him, and then he'll beat your ass.
No, see, I don't get mad at my team. If I get mad at my teammates, I start yelling at the other team, and I get even mad more at them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you shouldn't play either.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm getting that sense.
Yeah.
It's learned like uber competitive. Softball's the same way. Like I'll play softball but I have to be able to play with a beer in my hand because then that lets you know that's the level of. I'll play first base and I've got a beer, and then it's just that permeates the rest of it. But if you play like competitive softball, like in the upper leagues, I got a buddy of mine that plays that, and he was like a former baseball player. Those dudes, like they're looking to kill someone. Like they're breaking up double plays, and they're like, I mean, it's a thing when everyone's wearing baseball pants and like got like the wraparound Oakleys and they got like an $800 bat. That's not fun. No. That's not. Hey, let's go out and have a few beers and play some softball. That's someone who's trying to prove that if he had just had a better break, that guy could be Albert Pujols.
That's right.
And I'm like, dude, we're almost 50.
I think those are the fast pitch guys.
Yeah, it's
the fast pitch guys.
It's serious.
The equivalent for me is I'll play I'll play every once in a while if someone needs a sub. Someone texts me like, "Hey, do you want to sub in?" Yeah, that's fine. But if I play on a team week in and week out, I'm with you. It turns into a little too competitive old Stevie over here.
Yeah. Well, Rob used to play old man baseball.
Yeah.
And you used to say like sometimes you'd get like former either Division I or like major guys that had a cup of coffee in the majors would come back and pitch.
Oh yeah.
And like I'm assuming those guys were still like looking to, to prove something.
Oh, I don't think so.
No?
I think they just wanted to. I mean, they love playing baseball.
Yeah.
I once foul tipped a ball off of Ty Howington.
You felt pretty good.
And I never let him live that down.
Remember when I foul tipped that ball?
So Ty Howington was, I think he was like this may be revisionist history. I think he was like a top 10 pick. He was with the Reds.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what happened. Big lefty, and then he ended up. So he ends up back in town and he coaches my kids' baseball team.
Oh.
And I'm like, hey, Ty Howington. He's like, yeah, Rob, I remember facing you in old man baseball. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember you.
I got felt too.
You were nasty, but you didn't strike me out. Or maybe he did. I made contact. Like, he's one of those guys that comes out there.
Sure.
And everybody strikes out.
Sure.
Like he's just
mowing people down.
He's not at our level. Yeah. He's at 15 levels above us. And I fouled one off, and I was like, oh, yeah. I started puffing out my chest. Like,
peacock a little bit.
It's going to be hard to strike me out.
Well, it's always weird, like, when you get, like,
Of course that he did, I think.
When you get a real player that shows up, and then everyone's like, oh, my God. Like,
yeah, it's a different level.
Yeah.
Noticeably.
Yeah, I remember I was in a summer league when I was actually playing at Concordia, and it was in this league at Jefferson High School, so there was a lot of, like, old, like, really good players that played, and then Ime Udoka showed up and started playing. in the pro-am, and he was much better than everybody on the court.
Yeah, you get some dude that like played basketball at like LaSalle or something. Like not like he didn't play at Oregon, but you find one of those guys and he's like 6'4", 6'5", and athletic, and then all of a sudden he just comes down and just starts yamming on everybody, and you're like, oh my God.
And then you back up so you don't get beat, so then he shoots the 30-footer in your face.
Yeah.
And it's just dead swish. You're like, oh, cool.
You're like, oh yeah.
That happened. I remember playing David Lucas back at Oregon State.
Right.
Same thing. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, this is fair.
All those dreams, you're like, oh yeah. And you realize that guy wasn't very good.
I thought I was good. No, I said.
That's when you get in his kitchen.
I did.
Start
you
roughing
try to
him
get
up.
in his kitchen.
I did, and then he just looked at me and shot over me and switched everything.
Bond starts throwing elbows. He's like,
At least you tested him.
There you go.
All right. Well, big show.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, the era has become.
I know.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to start.
It has become.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Blazers have a new owner. Owners. We'll start there next on The Fan. Yeah. Somebody hit us up on the fan text line, and they posted the video of Con Knipple Sr. Balling out at the Holy Cross Men's Open Tournament.
Yeah.
And I pulled that up. Boy, that's fantastic.
The Knipples, that's a whole family of ballers.
Yeah, it looks like just, an old man tournament. Well, maybe not. I mean, they're younger than us, but he's not that young. And he's got a sweet J.
Yeah.
And he's out there. He doesn't move very well, but he just knocks down everything.
Yeah.
Tickles the twine every time he throws it up there.
Dude, it's kind of fun to see those clips of guys that used to play that can still go out there and get it. Those are kind of fun to watch.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
The Knipple family.
It's a new era in Portland.
It has become.
The era has finally become.
Yes.
The era has become.
The Blazers have a new owner.
First time since what? Is it 88, 89?
88.
That Paul bought the team?
1988.
Yes.
First time one of the Allens has not been in charge.
Well, then of course.
Or some guy named Bert.
Yeah. Well, the greatest steward that any team has ever had. Jody Allen and Bert.
Isn't that wild how that guy just corkscrewed his way into helping run the Seahawks and Blazers?
Right. Well, it just goes to show you, man. Just
Bert.
Cozy up to if you got some nerdy kid in your school and that's your roommate, just cozy up to that guy.
I think they were college roommates, right?
I think so. Yeah. And then he ended
up... Where did they go?
I remember reading his book. Oh, God. I don't know where he went to school. Do a quick... Washington State University.
Paul Allen was at Wazoo.
He was at Wazoo. Yeah,
and
went to
Bert
Washington
was
State.
Out there? You think Bert partied?
But he dropped out of college, so...
Bert's a dropout?
No. Paul Allen dropped out.
Oh, yeah. Well, for this little thing called
that
Microsoft?
That tend to, It's like... No, but like...
Do you think he knew what Bill Gates was doing back in the day?
Well, Gates dropped out too, so
yeah,
all those guys are dropouts. A bunch of flunky losers.
That's how you move up. You got stories about these guys. Hey, Paul, remember what you did back in junior year of college?
Yeah,
I'll tell everybody if you don't hire me. All right, I'm in.
You think Paul was a baller back at the Washington State
no.
Rec Center?
You ever seen photos of
Paul and Bert showing up?
Let me just say this: have you ever seen a photo of Paul Allen? Period. Let alone a photo of young Paul Allen. Although Bill Gates has the mug shot. I don't remember. Was it weed or whatever he got busted for? But Bill Gates has the mug shot. I don't think Paul ever did.
Looking for young Paul Allen photos. Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, he's dorky. He's not balling.
No. But when you have $34 billion, you don't need to be cool. If you have any doubts that what was going on the Octopus, his yacht, there was weird stuff happening. I mean, his sister's got sexually harassing Navy SEALs and is flying in illegal penguin bones. I like to keep it spicy, man. You don't think Paul was doing some stuff?
Look.
That guy had one of the largest yachts in the world, and he had to remove people at the end of the evening and take them to a different yacht because, God forbid, they see what Dr. Paul was conducting the experiments in the laboratory. Cool stuff or bad stuff. Maybe both. We're going down.
Look, here's the thing. The thing is, rest in peace, Paul Allen.
Yeah.
It was a complicated legacy, but he was a great owner for the Blazers all in all.
And the Seahawks, both of them.
And Jody, I feel like, well, I guess it doesn't matter. She was just sort of a steward. She pretended to be like the owner, but she wasn't really. So I don't know. I don't know what to think of Jodes.
I'm just happy that you have someone now that has skin in the game.
Well, that's my point. That's what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is the Allens, it's over after so long, and they should be, at least Paul certainly should be commended. It was, like I said, it was long and sordid, the history there.
Yeah.
But now I'm excited for Blazers fans. Today is the day. The deal has closed.
Yes.
The Blazers officially have a new owner and a new ownership group. And I think I don't know how Tom Dundon's going to be. I have no idea. But I just am happy for Blazer fans that it's just a fresh set of eyes and a new lease on life, sort of a new look at things.
Yep.
And I think that was ever since Paul died, I think that's been drastically needed for the Portland Trailblazers. Maybe a new culture, too. Yes. That would be nice, a new culture.
So it's Rip City Rising is the group.
Yeah.
That's the name of it. And Dundon released a statement. They're going to have a press conference on Thursday.
3 o'clock?
3 o'clock. So
now, do we carry that here?
I would assume.
3 o'clock?
I'm assuming we're going to try to grab that.
Tom Dundon's going to open our show on Thursday?
I would think so. And then Tom Dundon released a statement today. Said today is the beginning of a new chapter for
TGL, so maybe.
Oh, I mean, what else? I mean, if it was TGL,
the Whibbit? What we got in the Whibbit going on though? BYU, Columbia.
That's Wednesday.
So I think
we're fine.
I think we're clear.
That's fine.
We're clear.
You'd think Suk would know that. But.
I'm busy basking in our sound defeat of the Lady Jayhawks. All right, don't be jealous of our Whibbit championship that we're about to.
Stop making fun of the missed layup at the end of the game. All right.
Yeah, like we know what's up. This was Dundon. He said, today is the beginning of a new chapter for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
As we build on the legacy of the storied franchise, on behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season.
Right.
That from Tom Dundon.
Relentless. I love that word. That's great.
Yes.
Because I'll ask this question of the people of Portland today. What do you want? Like, what's the main thing you want to see out of your new ownership group? And mine would be that. If the priority is relentlessly trying to win, that's what I want. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't want a guy wanting to run a business and pinch pennies. I don't want that. I mean, it's within reason. I mean, it's both. But if the top priority is trying to win a championship, that gives you a chance.
Yeah. All I can say, I think there's so much of this like clutching of pearls or yelling from either side, depending on what Tom Dundon is going to be. And you don't know. It's like this, like no one knows. What you have to go on is what he did in Carolina and with the Hurricanes. And it sounds like there's some good and there's some bad. He sounds like he's kind of cheap. They don't have the deepest pockets in the world, that he can be frugal. But at the same time, since he's gone to Carolina, they've been uber competitive. Since he took over in Carolina, that has been one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference. I want to Stanley Cup. I haven't been there, but it's hard to get there. But he has been a good owner for that team. And, you know, that's the only thing you have to go on. The idea that, like, somehow he's going to be cheap, it sounds like they are going to be aware of finances because it's not Steve Ballmer, right? He's not building his own arena, but they've already managed to help get and secure $600 million towards the building. It sounds like a team that's probably not going to go deep into the luxury tax, right? This isn't the Golden State Warriors where you're writing checks for $300 million in tax every year. So, but this idea of exactly how things are going to go, no one knows. I'm just happy that you have someone that, by all accounts, has won at a high level in another league, similar to yours in the NHL, that's uber competitive, and he's got some local people that are on board with this. I'm excited. Do I wish there was a few more dollars in the coffer? Sure. But I'm just excited that there's someone who's committed and has some skin in the game, as opposed to someone who's floating through this thing, knowing that in a year or two or 3 or 4 or 5, the team has to get sold. You have someone here who's determined to make this a successful team. I also think that you don't necessarily buy into a small market that financially the city's not doing so great. I don't think you do that without the idea of this is a big opportunity to grow something here. I don't think this isn't like buying a team in LA or New York, right? This is an opportunity for you to get in on something that you can then grow and build, much like he did in Carolina. He's been successful in a small market. He's got another small market here. And if you have the same success that the Hurricanes have had since he took over, I think the Blazer fans would be thrilled. Now, it's not a championship, but go look at the Hurricanes. Would you like to be the number one team in the Eastern, or I guess now Western out here? Would you like to be the number one seed? Would you like to be considered a Stanley Cup NBA champion contender every single year? And then we get to bitch and moan about not getting over the hump. But how nice is it that you could be in that conversation? You've got a guy that has done that, even with shallow pockets.
Now we just don't have to answer that question of when is Jody Allen going to leave? Like, that's the biggest thing for me is like, because I do think little ownership's a little bit overrated, and so I hate hearing the excuse of, well, the Blazers can never be good because of Jody Allen and Burt Cole on the back. Well, now we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Now we're going to find out if they were truly the reason what was holding the Trailblazers back. And so now we just don't have to answer that question anymore. We got someone, as Suk said, has gone to a small market and been successful. So see what he can do in Portland. I'm not expecting a ton. I'm not expecting a ton of change. But you know what? It's better than what they've had, and it's 100% approval rating to get Jody out of here and get someone else in.
Well, I think that Jody won a championship in Seattle. Okay, so that
yes.
So
helps having John Schneider, by the way.
Well, but
yes.
this is my point. That I think that if you hire the right people, any owner, to Steven's point, anybody could probably be an owner and win a title if you hire the right people.
Amen.
Okay. That said, I think it's easier when you get people who can collaborate on a culture top to bottom that is about winning. I feel like the Allens, one of the drawbacks of the Allens is they built a culture that was built on paranoia and looking over one shoulder, and it created a lot of friction, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
The classic Kevin Pritchard firing story and the Rich Cho story, and that's just at the highest level. So hopefully Dundon and this group can build a more of a sustainable culture that breeds winning. And that is, in the end, that is about people and how they implement their culture. But hopefully it just gets better culture-wise, because I think that tees you up for success in the long run more so than just catching lightning in a bottle with the right GM, coach, star player hire. Yeah. So the idea of him being cheap, whatever. Look, Portland had one of the richest owners in all of sports.
And I mean, squat
for however many years, and they never won a title.
Oh.
They were really good and relevant, and they had a lot of really good seasons, and they went to the playoffs a lot. But that wasn't everything. So again, I think it goes back to building it right, building it smart, and that sounds like what this guy is. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Now, I'm going to read you the names of some of the other people involved, and half of them I can't pronounce.
That's fun.
So it'd be nice if he could get someone named Jim Smith or Tom, Barron. I don't know. These people. So the group is, as you said, Rip City Rising. They are assuming majority control of your Portland Trailblazers, as well as the Rip City Remix, who have a big playoff game coming up.
Yes, Wednesday?
In Mexico City. Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
It's this week sometime.
Opposite the Wibbit Championship. And Rip City Management. The team said Dundon will serve as governor, with Mark Zaire, Stan Middleman, Andrew Churn,
sure,
and Sheil Tile serving as alternate governors. Now, Churn, if I'm pronouncing that right, and Sheil Tile will be at the press conference with him on Thursday.
Okay.
So you hear from whoever those people are.
And Churn is the CEO of Panda Express.
That's that guy. Okay. And then who is Sheil Tile?
Tile is Collective Global CEO.
And the middleman guy, we just found out, as he was the newest partner. We just found out about him. I think Quick had that yesterday. And he owns, like a mortgage company. So he came on board too.
The ownership group also includes Richard Chaffetz, Mark Grandison, Nail Nasser, and Jennifer Gates. They seem to be together.
Yeah.
Tavet Henricus?
Come on, Rob!
I don't know.
I don't know.
And Dan Zilberman. So you got Zilby in there.
Look,
I don't know who any of those people are.
It's a group that pieced together $4 billion to buy the Blazers. I would also like to point out that another owner of an NBA franchise that is not worth a lot of money is Clay Bennett. And last time I checked, they're doing fine down in Oklahoma City.
There you go.
So you don't.
And by the way, I think those people matter because we just don't know who has Dundon's ear.
Yeah.
And like who, it's the Burt Cold thing.
Yes.
It's somewhere in all those names we mentioned.
Someone matters.
There's a Burt Cold.
Yes.
And I don't know who that is. And if they know anything, but
if we can get free Panda Express
that's
when they
all,
score
honestly,
100 points,
this is what I care about.
Give me some orange chicken, bro.
Yeah. I want a free serving of orange chicken at 100 points. Let's get some of that. Let's get some of that Panda money in there. Let's go.
We can lose every game, but if we get 100-point free chicken, I'm in.
Whenever you go to the Winterhawk games, when 3 goals are scored, you get a free chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, and let me tell you, the crowd, they go nuts.
Yeah, see, right now the Blazers is you get a free breakfast sandwich if you spend $2.
Yeah, it's horse
trash.
News. Get it out of here. We want orange. If I'm at I'm
the
going
people
to
demand orange chicken.
I'm going to the press conference, and that's my question. Excuse me, Mr. Dundon, Jason Canick, 105.1 The Fan. What are you going to respond to the rumors of free orange chicken at 100 points?
Are you raising your voice at me?
Someone needs to have the balls to ask about free orange chicken.
What if Tom Dundon's Mick Cronin?
Oh, God. I hope
Are you prepared for that?
Then I'm just going to go at him then. Let's just have an ad.
You don't care anymore.
No, I don't.
We've been on too long. We don't even care.
Whatever. Let's do this. I don't know. Every time I've seen people talk about him, he said he's kind of intense, but everyone has good things to say about him.
Seems like a bro.
Yeah.
Can't wait to talk to him. You think we can get him on here, Steven? You think we can?
I think we're going to take a shot. They're going to tell us no, but let's look at Stevie's.
I'm guessing no, but Well, I've only been here for a little bit.
That's a bad attitude. Let's give him a call.
Let's take a shot.
All right.
We got to get in with Dundon.
All right. Well,
got to get his celly.
Let's
so I can
goes
go
to the ways and means of a committee.
Yeah, let's go.
Committee.
I'm going to ball out with Dundon at 24-hour fitness.
I don't think he's going to spend much time at 24-hour fitness.
No.
Where's Dallas guy?
Here's one other thing, real quick, before we turn the page on this. How about just a little bit of honesty and transparency in, how you...
That would be great.
How you operate. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yes.
Maybe stop trying to pull the wool over fans' eyes and pretend that fans are stupid.
I did see this tweet, and it was this will be Tom Dundon when he talks to the press. This will be one more time than Jody Allen ever talked to the press.
I think Heiken had that.
Sean Heiken.
That was a great line.
Yeah, he said
that was a great line.
Press conference Thursday at 3 with Tom Dundon and minority owners Andrew Churn. Is it Churn?
Yes.
Churn. And Shield Tile. Sean Heiken said that will officially be one more media availability than Jody Allen did in 8 years.
And that's when I saw that. Yeah, I mean, that's
true.
It is true.
So sad.
It is. And to your guys' point, he can win the press conference just by saying, look, I'll talk to you guys sometimes during the year, and we'll be excited about it.
It'd be nice.
Well, don't you think, look, if Dundon has half a brain, which I'm sure he does,
he'll be out here.
Thursday, it will not be hard to win this city over.
Nope.
That will not be hard, man.
Nope.
So as long as he, so we'll see things from his point of view for the first time, which I'm excited to hear. And I would imagine he slays it because he's not an idiot.
I am so with you. I'm putting the over. If we're going 1 to 10, I'm putting the over under on the press conference at 8.5.
It is on a tee for him.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is.
This really is.
Don't screw it up,
and
dude.
all of a sudden, we got some meaningful games. They're playing the Clippers. There's some seeding. Could be a playoff team.
Yeah,
right?
the Blazers win tonight. Big playoff game almost.
There's some.
Sort of.
There's a little something here. People are ready for something new. We've got the stadium funding, right? Like he can come in and just. It's wide open. It's Langdon Farms self-correcting fairways. It's wide open. Shoot, man, you can play the other fairway and hit it down. This thing is clear blue skies for you.
Well, you remember when Willie Taggart was hired at Oregon?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh, would hire me?" And then Willie Taggart had his initial press conference, and you and I looked at each other like,
"What?
This is Willie Taggart?" It was the most uninspiring
it was bad
press conference I've ever seen. Yeah. Hopefully Tom Dundon is not that.
Get Tom.
I want a little intensity. I want a little fire.
I want a quarter zip in that hat. Because every time I see him, he's in a quarter zip and a hat. I wonder if does he fancy it up a little bit for the Beverly Hills of Portland, or is he just?
I bet he has a button down and a hat.
Shut up.
I want him to just go straight quarter, just Peyton Manning-esque. Let's go, Tom.
All right, we have electric ABS audio next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, as Isaac and Suk were just talking about, the Trailblazers officially announced Tom Dundon as the new owner of the franchise. Dundon released a statement with his group, and it said, "On behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless toward building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season." Now, the team is going to introduce Dundon, alternative governors, couple alternative governors, Panda Express CEO Andrew Churn, and Collective Global CEO Shield Tile on a Thursday press conference. And speaking of the Blazers, on the court, they got a big game tonight. They're down in LA taking on the Clippers. Trailblazers 1.5 games behind the Clippers for that all-important 8th seed in the Western Conference. LA a 5.5-point favorite in that one. Some news about Tiger Woods and what actually happened in his rollover crash. Authorities say that Tiger told them that he was looking down at his cell phone and changing the radio station in his SUV, which caused him to not see the truck slowing down before his rollover crash last week. Woods was reportedly sweating profusely, and his movement was lethargic and slow. while being interviewed, as well as his eyes were bloodshot and glassy, and his pupils were extremely dilated. Wood's arrangement is scheduled for April 23rd. Basketball Hall of Fame announced a couple of new members. Amari Stoudemire, Doc Rivers, Candace Parker, Elena Deladon, and Mark Few have been chosen to join the Basketball Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame officially announces those new members during the Final Four. Seattle Mariners, they have agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson, who has yet to make his MLB debut. 8 years, $95 million. The contract becomes the largest ever for a Major League player who has yet to make his Major League debut. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work? Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
The home of
All right, now to baseball, a real sport, where we are underway in the 2026 season. And, of course, a lot of people talking about the ABS system, which is where they can challenge balls and strikes.
Yeah, it's not going great for the officials.
Each team gets 3 per game. So here are some numbers.
Well, but if you win your challenge, you just get to keep going.
Right.
And let's just say business is a booming.
So there were 175 challenges over the first weekend. And the overturn rate, did you see that?
I have not seen it.
What do you think it was?
I'm guessing it's pretty high. 70%?
53.7%.
Oh, okay. So that's a little more, I guess, because the ones that get highlighted are the ones where an official has a bad game where he gets 5 or 6 in a row. I mean, Salvi Perez did it in one at bat. He had like 3 straight pitches and he just was showing up the ump.
Yeah, Salvi is the only player to go 4 for 4 on challenges over the first weekend, so he wins that award.
Yeah.
The Astros went the other way. The Astros players challenged 6 times, and they were 0 for 6.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of balances it out. It is true because, I don't know about you. Like, I watch the Mets and I watch the Mariners. That's the only 2 real, that's how I consume baseball. And so the only thing you see outside of that is when people are highlighting it, like on social media, and that is always when an umpire is getting defeated.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you've seen the highlights of them, you will see the egregious ones.
Yeah.
And there was one dude.
The strikeout?
Oh my God, that ball was 2 feet outside.
Oh.
And the umpire called it a strike, and of course they challenged and won.
There was one where it was a strikeout pitch. He called it a ball, and they reviewed it. It was dead center in the middle of the zone. Like, it couldn't have been a better strike. And the ump was like, well, ball. And they were like, yeah, no. And some of the umps are getting kind of pissy about it. But
well,
who was the ump that went 0 for 5 and they said he could have had 15 more that he would have lost as well?
I'm not sure.
It was CB.
CB Buckner.
Yes.
Yeah, so CB Buckner had a bad weekend.
Yeah, he did.
So they challenged 8 of his pitch calls. Mm-hmm. 6 of them were overturned.
Yeah. All
6 were strikes that were changed to balls. So he has just a large strike zone.
Yeah.
And what we're learning here,
and by the way, they said because they went back and looked, and they said there could have been, I think it was 15 or 18 other calls that game. Had they been challenged, they would have been overturned as well.
So what we're learning is all the oldest umpires are getting skewered.
Yeah.
And that's because those guys,
bottom line, their ass,
just have their own strike zones. Yeah. And that's just kind of been baseball for all these years. And they're now being called out on it, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not, but it's not your strike zone. It's the strike zone.
Yes.
So adapt or die. I mean, I think it's silly that we're finally getting into the getting out of the Stone Ages with this, and these guys are going kicking and screaming. Be better.
Yes.
There were a couple of old umpires, and I don't know their names. Nobody ever knows anybody's names. No. Now they're going to know because we just talked about CB Buckner.
Angel Hernandez is one that always gets thrown out there because
there was one
every
guy
year he's like the worst ump
who got. Well, actually, I'll play you the audio. These are both pretty
borderline.
Yeah, they're close. But that's the whole idea here is that and that's what I was about to say is like when you see the highlights of it, you're going to see the egregious ones. Yeah. Most of these are really, 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 really close. And so that it's hard to blame on the ump. Now, this one is from the Reds game. If I can find it. Here it is, yeah. And this one highlights just how exciting the ABS challenges have been in ballparks. Like, we just got a text from RJ who just went down to Southern California. He was at the Padres opener and he went to a Dodgers game, and he said some of the ABS challenges are the biggest crowd roars that you're going to hear all game.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually exciting. It's much like it's adding a layer to the game, much like the reviews in the NFL. Mm-hmm. So this is back-to-back challenges where the umpire is trying desperately to strike Eugenio Suarez out, and he cannot.
Got him looking, challenge, immediate tap of the helmet. The Reds runners all hold.
Batter's challenging the pitch.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. That's out of the zone. The AB continues.
So it's 3-2 with the bases loaded.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Pitches the ball. Cincinnati retains the challenge.
ABS could be a lot of fun, Lark.
So now he comes back up to the plate. Same batter.
It's amazing how minuscule the misses are, but these guys just know it. Great feel for that strike zone.
Hey, he would have struck out. Would have been over.
Yep. It was called strike 3, end of inning. Now the 2-2. Called strike 3, tap the helmet again. He says it's off the plate away.
Suarez like, no.
Challenge in the pitch.
Here we go. The loudest cheers of the game. The Reds have hit 2 homers. Come on, back-to-back challenges.
And both were balls.
Yes.
Obviously.
They were close, but they were balls.
Oh, wow.
So Suarez, and so that made the count 3-2 with the bases loaded.
No.
He ended up grounding out. Yeah. But, I mean, you can hear it was exciting.
Yes, and my point is, it's correct.
Yes.
I will not understand this idea. It will never sink into me that people want this sort of
human element.
The human
so
element.
You don't like that at all. Is it just baseball or in all sports?
All sports. Again, I bring this up. We wouldn't tolerate this in any other sport. If we're watching a football game and it was on the sidelines and the guy taps his toe and it's clearly in. He gets his toe down, but the ref was like, that's close. I know it was right there on the line, but I don't think it was. And then we could all see that it was clearly on video replay. And we're like, nope, the ref decided. We would not tolerate that because these are not judgment calls. They're just not. We wouldn't do this at second. If there's a play at second base and a guy gets tagged, he either was on the bag or he wasn't. And every one of those plays is close, but we want that to be correct. So this idea that we're willing to just give these old-ass umpires that, well, I don't know, he likes to call it differently. In what world? There's no other sport where we're like, well, he likes to call it loose.
Basketball is the only one. At the end of games, they swallow their whistle. They do not call it by the rule book. You saw that with Trey Coffin-Red on Purdue. He definitely pushed the guy in the back to get the rebound.
So this is where I'll differ on this. And it's the same thing with holding in football, right? Hand checking in the NBA, pushing off, holding. Those are all judgment calls. You can call a foul on pretty much every NBA play. You can call holding or pass interference on every NFL play. That is not a definitive answer. There's a general, this is what we define as a foul. This is what we define as define as a penalty. But that is not what a strike zone is. This is the strike zone, right? Same thing as an out of bounds play. Did it cross the goal line? Did it not? Did you get both feet in? Did you get 1 foot in? This is the strike zone. Play at the plate, right? Did you touch home plate? There's no, I think I interpreted it as, I think he was close enough, so I'm going to say that he's safe. No. Did you touch the plate or not? And that's the strike zone. So that's different. I'm all for judgment calls. And we even have this where we're like, hey, it's too definitive proof, right? Hey, it's a close bang, bang play. Is there enough to overturn it? No. So we're going with what's on the field. But that's not the case. We have we can all see it in real time. Did the baseball touch the strike zone? Yes or no?
I love it. I'm actually with you. I was playing devil's advocate there, but baseball has done 2 things last couple of years with the pitch clock and now ABS. That's actually worked
100%
to their benefit, which
you are so right.
Shocking to me that baseball is making the correct decisions.
I don't know where it came from. Maybe you got to give Rob Manfred credit. I guess you do.
Yeah.
Somebody in MLB actually has a brain, and they are advancing the game quite well.
Yes.
And they're on a heater right now.
Yeah.
But it's true. It's like, the only reason the game evolved the way it did with umpires kind of each having their own strike zones based on their own eye and their own bits is because we didn't have this technology.
Yes, you
had
no choice.
Now that we have the technology, let's just use it and put all that to bed.
Yeah.
It just scares so many people that we're evolving and growing and changing and getting better. But that's exactly what's happening here. And I think it's great that umpires, who I think do a great job by and large, I think it's great that there's finally accountability from these guys.
Yeah.
One other note, actually 2 other notes. The catchers were right the most, and this is actually, so the catcher, the batter, and the pitcher are the only people that can challenge.
Yes.
Okay, you can't come to the dugout.
And it's instantaneous. You can't look to the dugout. There's no review, nothing like that. It's instantaneous.
So this goes along with the numbers that they found in the minors when they tested in the minors. Catchers were right 64% of their challenges.
Yeah.
They're always the best.
Yeah.
Batters were right 42% of the challenges, and the pitchers, there were actually only 5 pitchers that challenged over the weekend, and 2 were right, 3 were wrong. But the pitchers generally have the worst.
Well, I would think so. I mean, you're at a disadvantage, obviously, from a distance, and you're falling off the mound and all that. Whereas it would make sense that the catcher and the batter would be the ones. I mean, you're right there.
And the other nugget is that I think this is a funny part of it. Remember, this is based off of each hitter's height. Mm-hmm. So the strike zone is different for each hitter.
Yes.
And they've measured them, and it's all in the computer. They said that over 50 players have lost 2 or 3 inches of their height.
Yeah.
Because they were fudging their height.
Yes. Which again, and
a few, and they said Ohtani actually gained an inch.
Did he?
That's what she said.
Yeah. So.
You lose weight, you gain an inch, apparently. Again, it's the idea of we can get something right, and it doesn't delay games.
It's exciting. We just heard it.
Yes.
It's an exciting play now.
It's quick. That's the thing. It is
very quick.
And it gets the crowd really into it.
Yep.
Like this guy said, someone texted in and said, it's terrible because everyone has to have absolutes now in the world. It's maddening. And I'm like, well, you don't need to have absolutes. It's right or it's wrong. I mean, what is absolute about that? Like the whole point, like when we play sports, we always say all the time, right? It's inches, right? When you're tackled at the 1 yard line, that's absolute. We can't have this, hey, I really like the Tennessee Titans and Kevin Dyson was close, so that's a touchdown. No, it wasn't in and cross. Yeah, but he tried real hard. And from my point of view, it's insane. Yes, I'm not saying everything in the world has to be absolute, but there are real easy ways. Did you hit my car? Didn't you? Like we're in the parking lot. I think you hit me. Well, I'll get out.
Maybe.
No, maybe. What do you mean maybe? That's crazy talk to me, but there's something about the romanticism of this that it's unique. And I hope that eventually that just goes away. And I hope we live in a day, one of these times where we don't need to have the ABS challenges. There's just the umpire back there, and instantaneously there's a little voice in his ear that says ball strike. And he's there to control the pace of the game and everything else.
So every pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're headed.
That's where we're headed. Because the Buckner guy, right? 6 of 8 were wrong, and I think it was 18 others or 15 others were also wrong. Over the course of a game, when there's, I don't know, let's say there's 300 pitches over the course between the two sides, the idea that 25 of those are incorrect,
you got to keep the human back there though, because we need somebody to yell at.
Well, yeah.
Right. Every fan base loves to tell you how wrong the umps are, the refs are. So that's why this is great.
But you need someone back there anyways, because you need him for,
plays at the plate.
Plays at the plate, checking, foul, going down. He needs to be there to control. And they've done this in minor leagues where they implement the system and it's instantaneous in real time. And it's an earpiece. No one actually knows that this is going on because the ump still says ball strike. What
if he's on the take then? And he hears ball in his headset, but he's got money on the other team, so he says strike.
Fortunately, there's a guy up in the box that's looking at that.
All right, well, there's your ABS update. It's going swimmingly in Major League Baseball, but not necessarily for the old umpires. All right, we'll be right back on The Fan. You guys ready for a read?
Love it.
I'm known for them.
It's your specialty.
Just telling you now.
I hear it on the streets, man. I mean, people are like, man, Rob read the hell out of that ad.
Me.
You need one of those like on key things. Remember, like your music teacher would always blow into that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like we're in the key, like a fourth grader knew what key we were in. But thank you, Mrs. Johnson.
Oh no!
Let me get out my recorder.
Pittsburgh is hosting the NFL Draft. Kicks off with an unforgettable, invite-only night of music. The night before is Wednesday, April 22nd at the Rivers Casino Event Center featuring Jason Aldean.
Hey! I've heard of him.
Visit odyssey.com/the night before. Enter now for a chance to win round-trip airfare, 2 nights hotel, and 2 show tickets.
Tasty. Is Myers Leonard going to be performing? Is he going to hammer down?
You can only hope.
I mean, Jason Aldean's one thing, but if they bring out Myers Leonard to hammer down with Jason Aldean, no, my God.
All right.
I'm not sure that Pittsburgh can handle that.
We have run behind.
Oh, what? Never.
Yes. Now. It's so wild to think that's Myers Leonard. And he's cussing at us.
I'm more confused to why he has a southern accent all of a sudden.
I don't think it's behind your back.
No.
He said it to your face.
We have Tiger Woods news.
Yeah.
Breaking Tiger Woods news. And we'll get to that next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by USA Basketball and the Nike Hoop Summit. The 2026 Nike Hoop Summit is coming to Moda Center on April 11th. Get your tickets at usab.com/tickets. First, on the Fan, a little breaking Tiger Woods news. According to Adam Schefter, Tiger Woods announces he is stepping away to seek treatment and focus on his health. In a statement, Woods said, quote, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation, and I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health," end quote. Amari Stoudemire, Doc Rivers, Candace Parker, Elena Deladon, and Mark Few have been chosen to join the Basketball Hall of Fame. The official announcement will happen sometime during the Final Four. Trailblazers officially announced today Tom Dundon as the new owner of the franchise. Dundon released a statement and it said, "On behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season." Dundon and alternative governors, Panda Express CEO Andrew Chung and Collective Global CEO Sheil Tile, will all have a press conference on Thursday. As for the Blazers on the court, they got a big one tonight, taking on the Clippers down in L.A. Blazers 1.5 games behind the Clippers for that 8th seed in the Western Conference. L.A. a 5.5-point favorite. And the Seattle Mariners have agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson. Emerson has not yet made his Major League debut, but he signs a 8-year contract extension worth $95 million. That contract becomes the highest ever for a Major League player who has yet to make his Major League debut. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back. We got some Tiger Woods talk here.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Yes, more Tiger today.
Broken by Adam Schefter?
Well,
I saw Adam Schefter posted it, which I don't know if he's claiming he's breaking it, but Schefter does this a lot where he kind of is like, I had it first. No, you didn't. Tiger released it
I don't think he said that. I think Tiger put that on his Twitter, and Schefter just...
Schefter, that's my point, is Schefter does that a lot where he kind of...
Well, I don't think he's claiming that he broke it. He's just like he could just retweet it.
Yes.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
He makes it his own post.
That's my point, is he even took the exact logo. Like he copied the image from Tiger Woods' account and put it on his own, as opposed to just, I don't know, according to Tiger Woods is, I think Schefter does it on purpose. I think he knows what he's doing.
Here is the Tiger Woods statement that he released today. He said, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work towards lasting recovery. I'm committed to taking the time needed to return in a healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally. I appreciate your understanding and support and ask for privacy for my family, loved ones, and myself at this time." Tiger!
All right, man, get it taken care of. Because not only did they released details of the...
that's coming up next.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's not
we
got
great.
a whole thing.
It's not great. So
if you want to hear,
at least he's taking.
Maybe you don't want to hear.
Look, wow. Because the report was that he was pushing back on getting a driver, and then he's not. Well,
that was an insider.
Yes,
that said that.
There was some talk from an insider that he was kind of being defiant.
He's defiant. Yeah.
Well,
he probably is. I don't think this changes anything. This is what he knows he has to put out there.
Yes,
but. And by the way, he didn't say I'm going to have a period of time. I'm going to seek treatment, maybe focus a little on my health, but maybe,
It kind of alludes to.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think anything changes with Tiger Woods? Because I'm not sure it does.
I don't know.
I don't know that guy gets it.
I don't know enough about him, to make
I think you do. It's pretty.
Well.
I don't know. I think you might.
Look, everyone that has a problem, eventually, one of two things happens, right? It either takes your life or you figure it out. And I don't know. I mean, the idea that one of his kids, his girlfriend, an ex-wife, a trusted advisor, somebody, his mom's still alive, maybe. I know the dad's dead. Did someone eventually get in his ear? Does he? Who knows?
Well, he's got enough people to tell him the right things.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt,
but he's not dumb.
No.
So he's not playing in the Masters?
He will not be playing in the Masters. Look, and as we mentioned yesterday, he will not be there.
If you ask me, does this change? I would say no, because addiction's hard. And
do you think he goes? I don't even think he goes to rehab.
I don't either.
He didn't say that. He said, I'm just going to
step
away.
I'm going to seek treatment. I don't think he goes to rehab.
No, he's just going to be out of the spotlight for a little bit, and then he'll pop back up and be like, hey, I'm good again, and then he'll crash another car.
That smelt very PR-y to me, not sincere. But that's classic Tiger, though. He's never sincere.
Well, maybe he's just going to get Buffalo sober. It's sober-ish.
You seem very AI. Just, hey.
A little bit.
I'm not going to rehab, but make it sound like I'm going to rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think he wrote that at all.
No, he did not.
So
he did not. But
that's pretty on brand for Tiger. Yeah. He's pretty robotic in that way. So hopefully he gets the help he needs. Now to the juicy stuff. Do you guys want to hear the sheriff released the report of how it all went down, and it's pretty.
No, dude, he was just looking at his phone. What are you talking about?
It's pretty interesting.
Look,
I have a theory. I have a conspiracy theory.
Oh, I like a good conspiracy theory.
I think he was messing with the Odyssey app.
He was trying to catch that. Was it because that was 2 in the afternoon?
An Odyssey station.
So maybe he was trying to catch some early morning dirt and sprague. Because that's.
Well, no, it'd be he was in Florida, so that'd be 11. That'd be Danny's show.
Yes.
Maybe he was listening.
He might have gone back to the podcast though. We don't know that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like maybe he switched from like hour 1 to hour 2 podcast, so he had to look down.
But the Odyssey app can be
tough.
It
a little glitchy sometimes. It jumps around.
So perhaps the Odyssey app. Perhaps we have a Tiger Woods Odyssey lawsuit coming. That's my conspiracy theory.
It's called Lasers. All right. Yeah, it could happen to anyone. I was looking down at my phone and,
So it's the probable cause affidavit, and it gives details of how it all went down. We'll get to that next on The Fan.
Dirt and spray.
All right, here are the deets. Tiger Woods' latest DUI.
Not to be confused with
his old
the
DUI.
old DUI.
But he didn't get a DUI for the leg one.
Well, I think he was in the process of trying not to die, so
right. You think they just let it go?
I think they let that one
They
go.
said no visible signs of intoxication, but
his leg was almost severed.
Well, but they still. I mean, look, you're driving drunk or high.
I think when you're laying there, like
Well, they still charge you, dude. You can't just. I mean, there's no mercy rule.
So I'm supposed to believe that this dude that is like pilled up consistently over the last like 5 to 10 years, the time that he almost died and rolled his car down a hill, I'm supposed to believe that he was stone cold sober?
Oh, no. I imagine he was wasted.
Yeah.
But
I think maybe that was a no count. Hey, man, you almost died. You didn't hurt anyone else, so.
Well, you'd think his hometown crew would do him better. It was a home game. This one, he flips his car on the home field, and they stick him with a Dewey, and down in Southern California, they didn't.
He needs to get that Vince McMahon treatment. Go look up that video. Vince McMahon ran from the cops like 160 miles an hour, and it was the most polite cop of all time. He's like, well, Mr. McMahon,
Sir, can we help you?
So you, all right? And he's clearly hammered. And they're like, well, I've got a birthday party to go to and gonna have a few small beers. And the cop's like, let me help you get on your way. He needs that cop.
So Woods said he was coming from his nearby home, looking down at his phone and changing the radio station at the time of the accident. He did not notice the pickup truck ahead of him slowing to turn into a driveway. He crossed a double solid no passing line in order to overtake the pickup truck and the trailer it was pulling, clipping the back of the trailer and flipping his car onto the driver's side and skidding to a halt.
Yeah.
After investigating the crash, the Martin County Sheriff Deputy, her name is Tatiana Levinar, observed Woods to be sweating profusely. And though he was lethargic and slow, he was alert throughout the investigation. Levinar stated that Woods walked with a limp, but also stumbled. He explained to Levinar that he has had 7 back surgeries and over 20 operations on his leg, which was covered in a compression sleeve. Woods said his ankle seizes when walking. Yeah. Upon search, 2 white pills were found in Woods' left pant pocket, which were marked as hydrocodone, an opioid commonly used for pain treatment. Woods declared he had not consumed any alcohol nor any illegal substances, but admitted that he takes a few types of medication and had taken prescribed medication that morning. Multiple medicines were redacted from the report. Woods was observed as talkative and had the hiccups throughout. Levinar puts Woods through numerous field sobriety tests, which the affidavit detailed. One of those tests was a horizontal gaze test. That's where Woods was asked to follow the tip of the pen with his eye as it shifted position in front of his face. And she stated that his eyes were bloodshot and glassy and that his pupils were extremely dilated and there was a lack of smooth pursuit in both eyes. Woods moved his head side to side, the report states, despite being instructed to keep his head straight multiple times. He performed finger-to-nose, palm pat, and hand coordination tests with varying levels of success and failure, after which she reported that she believed Woods' normal faculties were impaired and he was unable to safely operate the motor vehicle.
Yeah, he was all jacked up on Vicodin. I mean, what do you...
I think it was hydrocodone.
Well, that's hydrocodone, and it's like...
Is that the same thing?
Yeah, like they...
Different brand?
It's opioids, and so the hydrocodone is like kind of the drug, and then they bind it with like some other stuff, and that's like when you get Vicodin. So like it's painkillers, and it can make you sweaty, it can make you dizzy, it can make you loopy and lethargic. It's why people like them. And the dude's had... I mean, I think like we know about what... I think we 12, 13 surgeries. He's claiming...
20.
20?
On his leg.
Yeah. You don't think that guy is in constant pain? Of course he is. And he handles it with pain pills. I mean, so many of the people that get hooked on, and I saw this in football all the time, so many people get hooked on pain pills after surgery. When you're trying to come back too soon and you got a bunch of pain, and I'm sure in his back, where you have spinal fusion and all that leg, I mean, all the pins that are in that leg, I guarantee that guy is just in pain all the time.
A couple of other things.
Start taking pills
from the report is one, when he was in the back of the cop car.
Yeah,
that's when she said he was sweating profusely, but she was blowing the AC on him.
Yeah,
he had his sunglasses on, which I find odd.
Why is that?
Well, because usually they take those off if they want to see your eyes. Like he was being detained.
Yeah,
and she let him have his sunglasses. The other thing was the driver of the truck Seems like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
He said he helped Tiger out of the Range Rover.
Oh, okay.
Can you imagine his surprise when he sees Tiger's chiclets smiling up at him?
Well, maybe he knew Tiger. He said he was in the neighborhood. Maybe.
He said there's about $5,000 worth of damage on his truck.
Oh, well, I think Tiger's good for it. I don't think that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
If you're gonna get hit by someone, get hit by Tiger Woods. I'm guessing you don't have to go through insurance. And by the way, 5,000. I think that's more like 15,000.
Well,
hey, Tiger, we can keep this real
with
quiet.
this arm injury I now have.
My back. Anyway, like in all seriousness, man, like in the world of football, pain pills are so common, and I've taken a bunch of them. I know friends. I've lost a couple guys that I played with or against to pain pills.
Did you see Barrett Robbins died?
Yeah.
Did you catch that? That happened over the weekend.
Yep. And there's just it's a dirty little secret that makes the sports world go round, and its stuff is super addictive, and we see it all the time in regular society, and it's no different in the world of sports. Guys take him to recover, guys take him to deal with pain, and Tiger has a serious problem, and I hope he gets it figured out.
Well, I'm sticking with my conspiracy theory that he was utilizing the Odyssey app and it drove him crazy.
He's just angry
because it said he was messing with the radio.
Yeah, he was. Well, that's the thing
and his
too.
phone.
And probably if you're someone that's dealing with a lot of pain pills and you're taking them on a regular basis, you probably start to you start to think that your impairment is normal. If you're doing this every day,
you can function.
You can function. And so,
you think you're functioning.
You think you're functioning.
But you're slow.
Well, exactly. So therein lies the problem. Like, you're fiddling with the radio, and we've all fiddled with the radio and looked up and be like, oh, crap. And,
big suit comes on, I turn the channel.
Screw this guy. And all of a sudden, you're half a step too slow, and you can't react because you're all, you're pilled out. And next thing you know, you're clipping a trailer. But I'm guessing that he drives like this all the time. And 99 times out of 100, he's fine. But in this case, he wasn't.
I wouldn't say 99 times.
Well, he drives a lot, and he's only had 3 or 4 of these.
Well,
so.
3 out of 100, he's fine. Or no, other way. 97 out of 100.
Yeah. And the other one too is you don't know. I mean, like someone else points out too with the pupils being dilated. If you're on pain pills, I've seen this one a million times too. When you're on pain pills, it makes you kind of lethargic and again sweaty and all that. So what do? You then take an upper because you're tired of feeling lethargic all the time. I saw this, and this is the one that like kills a lot of like wrestlers and players. Is you take a bunch of pain pills because you're in pain. And that kind of makes you feel crappy, and it can make you nauseous, and it can make you tired and all that. And so you don't want to do that because you need to go out and perform. So then you start taking a bunch of uppers. You start taking some amphetamines because that's what gets you going. And now all of a sudden you've depressed your system, and now you've jacked it up, and it's just terrible on your body. And it's an awful, it's an awful cycle that these guys get into. And look at how jacked he is. There's, maybe some other stuff going on there too, where he's putting some of that stuff in his body. And next thing you know, you're a chem lab. And I hope he figures it out because it's really dangerous stuff that he's playing with.
Chem lab with a hell of a golf swing.
Well, not right now.
It looked pretty good the other night. What's his TGL team going to do? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, it's got a while before the next TGL season.
That's right.
He's got to
That's right. He's got to sober up for that.
Got to get ready.
I mean, he's clearly taken the, listen, you guys mock me for promoting the TGL. And Buckley for promoting the TGL. I don't think there's any better instance or example of how important TGL is than what has happened to Tiger Woods.
It's a conspiracy because he's going to come back for the TGL. Everyone's going to watch.
Since his fall off from the, he comes back for the TGL, big moment, electric moment.
Yeah.
And now look how hard he's taking it. You don't think that matters? Look at this.
Is he on the trade block or?
I don't think they can trade him. He owns the team.
Yeah.
He owns the whole league.
That's true. Can the league discipline him? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe TGL got a hold of him and was like, hey, you got to get your act together.
What if TGL comes out with the discipline, like they discipline Tiger, and it's Tiger that's disciplining himself?
I'm disappointed. It's like when Oregon did that internal investigation. Like we did an internal sweep of ourselves, and I want him to do an internal investigation and find nothing. I think I'm doing great. This is wonderful.
This is all media propaganda.
I'm better than ever.
If he comes back for the season opener or whatever, whatever they call it, it's a conspiracy, man.
Whatever they call it. Yes, the season opener.
Keep selling that merch, man. Keep selling out those blue polos.
All right, in the news is next. Are you ready for the snow?
What? No, I'm not.
Okay. Wanted an answer to that.
No, I'm not ready.
Well, it's not going to be. It's not going to be in Portland.
Oh, thank God.
But it is coming. Here's Stephen with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, as the guys were talking about, Tiger Woods, he announced today that he is stepping away to seek treatment and focus on his health. In a statement, Woods said, quote, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I'm stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health," end quote. Tiger will not be playing in the Masters and will not be showing up to the Masters. Amari Stoudemire, Doc Rivers, Candace Parker, and Elena Delle Donne and Mark Few have been chosen to join the Basketball Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame will officially make these announcements official during the Final Four. Seattle Mariners, they have agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson. Emerson has yet to play in the majors in his career, but he just signed a 8-year contract extension worth a guaranteed $95 million. That contract becomes the largest ever for a player who has yet to make his major league debut. Trailblazers, they officially announced Tom Dundon as the new owner of the franchise. Dundon then released a statement. He said, "On behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season." The team will officially introduce Dundon as well as Alternative Governors Panda Express CEO Andrew Turng and Collective's global CEO Sheil Tile on Thursday during a press conference. As for the actual Trailblazers team, well, they have a game tonight against the Clippers down in LA. They're 1.5 games behind those Clippers for that 8th seed in the Western Conference. Right now, Clippers 5.5 point home favorites. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, welcome back to our show. We're on the radio for you. You're out there listening, and it's great. What a relationship. It is March 31, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted and humble newsman.
You're so cute, Jason.
Handsome, too.
Thanks.
Selfless. Hero of men. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm a lot of things.
A lot of things to a lot of people.
It's hard. It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com.
Has Tiger Woods hit you? If so, call the Advocates.
They're devout alcoholics.
Nice. He just likes the pills. He doesn't drink. Let's give him credit there, right? Dude. He needs to be like, hey, I'm not out drinking.
Could be worse.
0.0, bitches.
Wonder what would happen if he mixed in alcohol.
You don't want to do that.
Well, today is a very bad day, apparently. A couple weeks ago it was a good day, but now it's a bad day.
What do we do now?
Well, it's Cesar Chavez Day.
Oh, a.k.a. 39th day.
Yeah, I do believe he's been canceled.
Now, have he canceled, or are we just talking about canceling him?
Well, what's the difference? I mean,
I don't know. Like,
rape allegations or rape accusations.
He's been dead for.
Right. So is he canceled, or is he? I mean, what?
I don't.
How do we characterize what's happened with?
I can't even begin. Like, of all the stuff going on, this is what we're concerned about. Is what we call 39th.
Well, he has been kicked out of the California Museum already, based off of these allegations. Several states and cities have canceled their yearly celebrations of him. So what used to be Cesar Chavez Day, I'm afraid will probably be going away.
Okay, well, I'm not sure what impact that has on my day-to-day life, but I certainly will feel it. Every time I'm driving down 39th now, I'm going to be like, oh, I remember fondly when I was driving down Cesar Chavez, going about all those ruined boots.
I feel like we didn't change that too long ago.
To Cesar Chavez?
Yeah. Like, how long has it been that?
I don't know. I think it's been there for a while. I don't think that's a recent thing.
It's also.
I bet you internet could tell us.
It is also International Taco Day.
Oh, who doesn't love a good taco?
Now, there's something great.
Yes. Can we all agree that tacos are wonderful?
That's something we can celebrate.
Yeah.
Now, hard taco, soft taco.
I'm a soft taco guy.
Yeah. Street taco.
Street tacos.
It's the superior of the tacos. Don't get me wrong. I'll enjoy a hard taco from time to time, but, the street taco, where it's at.
TSA workers are slowly getting paid and trickling back in for work.
Well, that's good.
That is good, Jace.
Yeah, the BTJ flew out of Baltimore today, and she said it was way better. Because she was stuck in the 2 5-hour lines when earlier in the
Houston.
week. Houston and Atlanta were nightmarish. But she said Baltimore was much, much better.
They said wait times today in Atlanta were down to 15 minutes.
Tasty. Well, that's good. You would think that we could, have functioning airports.
Well, here comes the snow. Better late than never, right?
What are we doing?
A potent spring storm will bring rain, wind, and snow to the Pacific Northwest tomorrow.
Oh, no. Not again. Is this, we're getting this in the mountains? We're getting this in Bend? Because I thought I saw that Mount Hood officially, was it Mount Hood? Someone shut down their ski operations already and said, we're done. We're shutting down early.
Well, they haven't any snow.
I know. So they said, we're done. We're out.
Hey, Bobby Corser. Do you remember Bobby Corser?
I do remember Bobby
Bob,
Corser.
bitch. Yeah, Bobby. He's a old radio guy, radioman. He is Storm Tracker 2 digital meteorologist.
How about that?
At KAT.
He's a meteorologist?
That's what it says here. He tells us this is a much-needed storm for the Cascades. Unfortunately, it won't be sticking around for the passes, around the passes for more than 48 hours. In the areas covered by the winter storm warning, forecasters are saying 10 to 18 inches of snow could fall. Winds could also gust as high as 35 miles per hour.
How about that?
On Mount Hood, 5 to 10 inches of snow are expected to fall. Winds could get as high as 40. Both the warning and advisory go into effect at 5 a.m. Wednesday. And then down here, we'll just get a little old rain.
Well, dude, that's
gonna be a rainy day
great.
tomorrow.
Open up those ski slopes.
You think they will?
No. Yeah, Mount Hood said that they are officially closing on April 12th, ending it earlier. They just don't have the snow conditions. So April 12th is the last day you can shred some fresh or non-fresh.
Cherry Pow.
Yeah.
Well, that may change tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe they keep it open a little bit. Also, by the way, 2009, when 39th became Cesar Chavez.
I remember it when it was...
when it was 39th.
39th.
39th. Still is 39th, in case you were wondering. Nothing changed. You just... we don't have to make a big deal about it.
That's a short reign. That's not even that long.
No.
We have a suspect who's been arrested in the Plaid Pantry shooting. Remember we told you about that yesterday?
Yeah. We figure out what happened there?
Well, some guy shot another guy.
I know. What was it over?
It doesn't say.
Oh.
The guy's a 21-year-old dude. His name's Michael Payne, and he turned himself in.
Well, at
he
least
was booked on first-degree murder and robbery charges.
Well, at least he's doing the noble thing. It's like, hey, I did this. You got me.
Very creepy. There's video of him walking around the Plaid Pantry before he shot and killed the clerk, and it's quite. He's
a little out there. Is he a streetman?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't look to be a streetman. He's wearing a Here to Crash the Party.
Oh boy.
Michael Myers. Is that Michael Myers? Here to Crash the Party.
The Halloween guy?
Yeah. Is that his?
Michael Myers is not wearing a shirt that says "Here to Crash the Party." No.
No, but is he known? Like, okay.
He wears coveralls. Michael Myers does.
I know.
He has the mask.
Okay. God. I'm trying to figure out who's on his shirt.
I don't know. I'll have to.
And it says "Here to Crash the Party." I thought it was Michael Myers, but it's like some sort of horror film figure.
It's a little crazy that a guy dressed up for his own mugshot. And, I guess if you're going to go commit a murder, I guess.
Well, it's not his mugshot. It's the shot from the Plaid Pantry.
It is indeed Michael Myers.
Is that who that is? Yeah. And he says, "I'm here to crash the party." That's a bit of a red flag. And just look at the video of him strolling through. It's just weird.
Where do I find this?
I don't know. On the internet. Aren't you a news contributor?
I was wondering where to go because I'm on KGW right now.
That's where I'm looking at it.
I don't see it.
It's on there.
So I got a suspect with a metal pole arrested after East Portland vandalism spree. That's what I got.
We're short on details, but the man is behind bars.
I was wondering if there was a reason why he shot him. I saw they got the details on the quadruple amputee that shot that guy.
Yeah.
Turns out it was over drugs and women.
No way.
Yeah. Apparently they were both stooping the same gal and then some drug debts.
So was it premeditated then?
No, it sounds like it was an argument that,
But he just happened to have the gun just sitting right there?
Well, yeah, I guess they're both gun enthusiasts. So
okay.
Apparently there was some sort of debt over drugs, and then there was one guy was stooping a gal, and then the other guy started, and one thing led to another, but they said it was guns, drugs, and women, and then he shot him.
A pair of Portland chefs and a bar were selected as finalists for the 2026 James Beard Awards. This is very prestigious.
Yeah. James Beard, big deal.
Scotch Lodge in Portland earned a spot as a finalist for the National Outstanding Bar category.
Oh, okay.
It is dubbed a cocktail bar for whiskey lovers. It's on Southeast 9th. Yeah. Features a menu inspired by the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, and you can, kind of the cool one too, if you ever go there, they've got, it's like maybe 6 seats, and you can sit like in the kitchen basically. Like there's only a handful of them, but you're literally face to face with all the chef's prep work, and it's kind of cool to sit there and see the what to do. They had some dill fries there that I thought were delightful. So these chefs are both in Portland. They're finalists for Best Chef in the Northwest and Pacific region, which covers Oregon, Washington, Alaska, and Hawaii. You've got Ryan Roadhouse of Nodoguro. Pronouncing that right? Anyone? I think you're correct. Is that yes. Right? And then you have Thomas Pisha Duffley of Gatto. Delightful, by the way. Yeah. Place is legit. What kind of cuisine is that? What do they call that? I don't know what exactly is. It is I think it might be like an Asian fusion, if I'm not mistaken. And it says Indonesian focused. Yeah, maybe that's Indonesian. I never know. It's by the way, that also on Cesar Chavez. not for long. Not for long. Yeah, can we start naming restaurants things that people can pronounce and know right away? No, that's not. You can't. That drives me crazy. It has to be,
Sounds fancier when you can't see.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here. The Gato Gato is Asian fusion.
Asian fusion, yeah, okay. He says that I guess he grew up eating his mom's Indonesian, Malaysian, and American fusion food.
Yeah, it's really. That's one of the, in my humble opinion, that's one of the best restaurants in Portland. That place is legit. If you've never been, and it's not like super, it's not super expensive. Like it's reasonably priced for what you're getting, and it's dynamite.
Well, look, if he's up for James Beard Awards, I mean, you don't fake your way into those.
I think that's kind of the cool thing about Portland is like, you can go to like, we have obviously very high-end restaurants that you go and it's a dress up, but we have a lot of kind of casual places where you can get amazing food and it's not,
well, yeah.
You're not dressed up. You can just,
that's why we're one of the best food cities in America.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes. Places like Gato Gato and like Oma's. We just have some amazing ethnic food out
Chili's.
there. We don't have a Chili's.
We don't?
No. We got an Applebee's.
We got to change that. Coming up next, a new documentary covers one of the most bizarre incidents in Pacific Northwest history. This is In the News on The Fan. All right. This is in the news for March 31, 2026. Hello. I mentioned we've got a new documentary coming out, and this is on one of the more fascinating things to ever happen in the Pacific Northwest.
Well, yeah, the Jailblazers. We've talked about it.
Yeah, that's coming out. Wait, when is that? April 12th? 14th?
Something like that. First couple weeks of April?
Yeah, like 2 weeks.
Okay, well, it's not that. And I'm pretty sure we've covered D.B. Cooper.
Yeah. We had that stripper one that was on Amazon.
Oh, yeah? I didn't see that.
Yeah, there was one about the Portland stripper life.
This one is called Sky King, Panic in the Sky. And it is a documentary from ABC News Studios showcasing one of the strangest moments in Pacific Northwest history, which was August 10th.
This is the bro that hijacked the plane, huh?
2018, Richard Russell, a Horizon Air ground service agent, stole a Dash 8-400 aircraft from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. He taxied the aircraft onto the runway and took off without authorization from air traffic control. Over the next hour, he piloted it around the Seattle area and even performed a barrel roll over the Puget Sound.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Under orders from NORAD, two F-15 Eagles from the 142nd Fighter Wing at the Portland Air National Guard Base in Portland International Airport were scrambled to intercept the plane. The jets reached supersonic speeds, creating a sonic boom over western Washington. They flew alongside the stolen aircraft but never fired upon it. 71 minutes after takeoff, the plane crashed.
Yeah, and you can find it. Like, the audio is out there of him talking to the air traffic controllers, and it's nuts.
I would imagine it will be in the documentary.
Yeah, you've seen that, right?
Of course.
Yeah, you heard it. It's
called Sky King, Panic in the Sky. It debuts April 14th on Hulu.
Yeah, he's perfectly calm. He's apologizing. He's like, hey, I didn't mean to bum anyone out. And they're like, land. He goes, nah, I'm not going to do that. He does the barrel roll, and he goes, God, I thought I was going to crash there. It's one of the more surreal. I mean, commit suicide. He does it on purpose. But it's crazy. I will watch that.
Deaf. Most deaf. See if I have time for anything else here for you guys.
You squeeze it. Hey, we need one more? Yeah,
Do you?
We need one more.
Do you?
Yeah.
You ready for Lime Gliders?
Lime Gliders?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know Lime.
Well, yeah. I've been on a Lime scooter a time or two. Be
Have
careful. Careful out there.
Yeah, Lime is going to roll out 250 new seated e-scooters in Portland this week.
Oh, I thought you said glide.
It is. It's called the Lime Glider.
Oh, I was like, wait,
It's a seated e-scooter.
Okay, I thought we were talking about some sort of, like I thought we're taking to the skies? It's like, trust me, you should not allow just random people for like $6 to get on a glider.
Bro, jetpacks? Yes. Sign me up.
The 80s lied to me because 80s TV led me to believe that jetpacks were going to be part of our future. And
to Sook's point, though, $6 an hour for jetpacks is troublesome, I think.
That's not going to end well.
No.
If you don't think that the people are drunk on the Lime scooters, I don't know what to tell you, let alone jetpacks.
What percent? Okay, so let's say Lime comes out with a jetpack. And, you can go around town with it, okay? Yeah. It's not, within reason. Okay. Sure. And you don't get that high up, but you can just fly over traffic and stuff.
Like a 10-footer.
What percent is the cutoff that they say is the safety cutoff for you? Like if they say, 99.93% of these are fine. Everybody, they go up, they come down, and we've had no problem. We've had 3 accidents, or we've had 7. Like what percentage is?
Like 1 or 2% would be enough to shut the whole thing down.
No, I mean for you.
Oh.
12%.
Yeah.
13%. 15%. What if they're at 89%?
How drunk am I?
Drunk. You're Tiger Woods. You're pilled out.
It's like 80%.
Yeah, it's
80.
I'm like,
you'll roll the dice.
Okay, 4 out of 5 times.
I got this.
Probably trying this. It's a jetpack. I know there's going to be risk,
but if you're not okay, that's going to be a real problem.
I know.
Like really hurt?
This comes
like
down.
Broken legs?
Yeah. I mean, falling from the sky kind of hurts.
Yeah. It's not going to be good. Like
maybe you can glide down.
Well, think about it. If you're 10 feet up in the air and you're just, you're slamming into like a building or a pole, it's not going to go.
It's like if you ever driven like a drone or something like that. Yeah. It's always, it's whipped up and down. Not good. You're whipping yourself up and down in that jetpack.
I'll tell you right now, that would be the biggest disaster in the world. You just have random people on a jetpack. I mean, I'd like to do it, but it's not going to end well.
So,
need some sort of helmet. I can't believe those lime scooters. Dude, those things haul fast. They haul ass. Yeah. And having crashed once or twice, it's a little alarming. Like no one wears any safety gear. You're not wearing a helmet. You're just zipping in and out.
Well, don't you sign your life away when you?
I think so.
When you sign up, when you grab one,
yeah,
and you pay for it,
yeah,
dude. You check 2 boxes. They're absolved of all.
And it's usually at night. It's dark. Like it's, I can't believe those things are just around. But
weaving in and out of traffic,
dude. They're awesome.
They are fun.
I mean.
So Portland residents will be able to check out the new vehicles, the Lime Gliders, seated electric scooters, and take them for a spin at the launch from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. tomorrow at 4th Avenue and Madison Street near City Hall.
Now, is this for the people that aren't coordinated enough to stand? Are these just more stable?
They will also be giving away free helmets.
Oh, well, there you go. Like
I'm just going for the free helmet.
You would think they would put a helmet on there, but then you're sharing helmets, and
you can't do that.
No one's doing that. But
I mean, I will say, like when I've ridden on them, my right leg gets really tired because I do slam down on it when I'm riding, just because I'm so like I don't want to crash.
Sure.
So I guess the seat might be.
Yeah,
it's kind of lame. Better. It's kind of lame.
Dude, I hit one of those bullards. They have for like the bike lanes. Is that what those things are called?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they have like those posts.
Little separators.
The separators. Well, what they don't tell you is that like those aren't always straight. Sometimes like the bike lane curves a little bit. If you're not paying attention, that thing curves. Dude, I slammed into one of those things.
It came out of nowhere.
Wow. It's off of like Belmont. Took a bit of a tumble. Like,
big man fall hard.
So whoops. I bounced up. I was fine.
Yeah.
So they're saying that they came up with this because of exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The older riders and maybe, some people that aren't as thrill seeking or whatever. Yeah. They just want a little safer alternative. Sure. They now have the seated Lime Glider.
But the BTJ can't ride on she gets real panicky on the Lime scooters, and then she just
now she can glide.
Yeah, some people are not comfortable on them. It's
Rob, you never rode one of those?
I have, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not often.
But like if you're leaving like a Blazer game and you like Ubers are ridiculous, you can hop on one of those Lime scooters again for like, I'll take one from the Motor Center back to our office. It's like $6.
Yeah.
You just have to,
sign your life away.
That's right.
Be careful out there.
And that is in the news, March 31, 2026. Brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Headlines are next, and a little fun with sports audio next hour on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by USA Basketball, the Nike Hoops Summit. The 2026 Nike Hoops Summit is coming to Moda Center on April 11th. Get your tickets at usab.com/tickets. First, on The Fan, the Portland Trail Blazers officially announced today Tom Dundon as the new owner of the franchise. Dundon then released a statement. In it, it said, "On behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season." The team has set up an introductory press conference on Thursday, including Tom Dundon. There will also be a couple of the alternate governors. Panda Express CEO Andrew Chung and Collective Global CEO Sheil Tile will also be there for the press conference. Trailblazers are on the court tonight against the Los Angeles Clippers. Blazers 1.5 games behind the Clippers for the 8th seed in the Western Conference. That is very important for them. But right now, Clippers 4.5-point home favorites. Tiger Woods announced he is stepping away to seek treatment and focus on his health. He released a statement as well. He said, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health." Seattle Mariners, they have agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson, who has yet to make his Major League Baseball debut. Emerson and the Mariners agree on an 8-year extension worth $95 million. That contract becomes the largest ever for a player who has yet to make his Major League debut. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the
All right. Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice, juicy, sexy, buttery little Tuesday. We are your sports bros. My name is Isachi. Big Sook's right over there. And Stephen Vaughn on the controls. A lot of news today. A lot going on. A lot
of things happening.
A lot of people are saying.
A lot of people saying Sacred Heart has diarrhea.
It's good to be Colt Emerson right now.
Yeah, I want to talk about that in a moment. That's a very interesting deal.
Yeah, Milwaukee did something like this with one of their prospects, but for like half of this, but still.
Coming up, we will have fun with sports audio. Dan Hurley has explained his referee headbutt. We'll see if Sook's buying it.
I'm not sure which one came up with a better lie, the official or Dan Hurley here, but whatever.
Coming up tonight in the club, Kid Rock gets a personal Blackhawk flyby, and we're all stunned by it. Still trying to wrap our heads around it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you're emotionally prepared for the return of Celine Dion, but here she comes.
I thought she was medically unfit to perform. She's back. Is there anyone that actually retires and stays retired?
Oh, fella.
Yeah. I do like me some Celine Dion.
So that'll be in the club. A couple of headlines. Yeah, so the two main things today are the Blazers ownership group is official. That deal is closed.
The era has officially become. And press conference Thursday, 3 o'clock, trying to carry it here.
The era has become.
And yeah. Tom Dundon and his partners, Rip City Rising. Although, was that? Oh, that was Rise With Us. That was the Blazers slogan all those years ago.
Yeah, the Brandon Roy era was always Rise With Us.
Yeah, so this is
here. I would imagine we can, but we're going to check into that. And then we're efforting to get Tom Dundon out here to to talk to us on the air, so we can bro up with him.
Well, Sean Highkin had the great line where he said that after this press conference, that will be more than Jody Allen did in the 8 years she was here. I mean, it's true. Like, at least Dundon, I'm hoping.
Jody Allen never had one press availability.
No, not a single one. So I'm hoping that especially early on, Dundon is accessible and is willing to talk and kind of lay out some plans. And because right now there's a lot of the speculation about, what is Tom Dundon like, and does he have the money, and is he going to fire the radio broadcast, and who's staying, who's going? I mean, there's all this kind of like worrying going around, just like when they're like, oh, is he going to move the Blazers? And now there's the $600 million, so you don't have to worry about that. He has an opportunity to come out at this press conference and just win the heart of the city. And all he has to do is be like accessible and be positive and have like a clear message. And if he's just willing to come out over these next couple months, as you kind of head towards the end of the season, however this ends up, playoffs or not, he just has a chance to really come in and hit the ground running. And I hope that someone gets in his ear and says, don't hide. Be here, be public, be at the games, answer questions, get involved in the community, have an event, something. Like, hit the ground running, because this fan base is desperate for new leadership. And they've got it now. And don't hide from it. Be the anti-Jody Allen and Paul Allen. Be the person that's out front. Be the Mark Cuban of this city, and you will own this city. You'll have them eating out of the palm of your hand.
The bar is so low.
Yes.
So low. Like, it shouldn't be hard to get over it.
So, the other thing is that Tiger Woods has announced he's stepping away from...
whatever.
Life?
Yeah.
Like being Tiger Woods? I don't know. He said, I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. This is necessary in order for me to prioritize my well-being and work towards lasting recovery.
Yeah, they had the details of the DUI arrest where he was sweaty, his pupils were all jacked up, and they found some hydrocodone in his pocket. So we knew he likes the pain pills. And even in the arrest, he said that he had 20 plus surgeries on his leg alone and all the back surgery. So, hopefully he figures it out. But he's going to have to deal with this the rest of his life. That guy is going to be in pain. You can't have 20 leg surgeries, 7 back surgeries, and then just, like, pain is going to be a part of his life. So hopefully he finds a healthier way to deal with it than hydrocodone. Or, again, just don't get behind the wheel.
So those are the two main stories. When we come back, I do want to touch on this Colt Emerson contract.
Yeah.
It is pretty interesting. The Mariners are doing something quite... I mean, I don't know about quite, but it's risky.
Oh, it's a huge bet.
It's risky.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that when we get back, and we've got a little Seahawks news, and then we're going to get into guys crapping their pants.
Whoops.
Well, no, not really. Well,
I mean,
yeah,
athletes who have to do.
Yeah.
That should be the name of the segment.
Yeah. Well, I told you we had one. There was a UFC fight where it was a lady. She had an oopsie. Paul Pierce is the most famous one.
So all of that is coming up here on The Fan. Yes, the Mariners have done something again kind of interesting. So Colt Emerson is supposed to be their shortstop when J.P. Crawford moves on after this season. And he is the number 7 prospect in all of baseball. He was their first-round pick in 2023.
He's 20 years of age.
He is 20 years of age. And today they signed him to an 8-year, $95 million contract.
Never taken a major league at-bat.
Yeah. So, and if you want his minor league stats so far, now the scouts rave about him. They're claiming that he is one of the purest hitters in the minor leagues as we speak. His numbers, I mean, again, he's only been in the minors for a couple years, but last year between high A ball, double A, and triple A, he hit .285 with 16 home runs and 78 RBI. He stole 14 bases, drew a lot of walks, good on base percentage is .383. So, the numbers aren't like earth-shattering.
No.
But the Mariners believe in him. They think he is going to be a bedrock at short for many years to come, and so they locked him up. This is not the first time they've done this. They actually gave Evan White a deal for 6 years and $24 million. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
And he ended up winning a Gold Glove over at first base, but he couldn't stay healthy and he flamed out. So that was not a good deal, although only $24 million.
Yeah, this is different. I think Milwaukee, recently did this with one of their prospects.
Jackson Churio.
Yeah, Churio.
And he's awesome.
Yes.
And that was it's a gamble. Like what the team is saying is, hey, we believe in this guy. Let's get him now so he's not so expensive. What the player is saying is, well, they're offering me, like in Churio's case, they offered him $82 million over 8 years. He's making $10 million a year. He doesn't even know if he can play in the majors yet. He was at that time a minor leaguer. So he's like, well, that's a good deal because if I flame out or if something happens, if I get hurt, I get all this money. So that's the story, and the Mariners did it with Colt Emerson to the tune of 8 years, $95 million.
I just think it's scary when you're a Mariner fan because the first one that comes to mind, and there's a couple of them, is Kelenic, right? Or who is the catcher that they?
Well, they offered Kelenic. So Kelenic, they did the same thing that they're doing with Colt Emerson to Jerry Kelenic. They offered him 6 years, $45 million, and it was a big to-do because he declined it, and then his agent said, and he said after that next season when they didn't call him up, they said it was because he declined the offer.
Yeah.
So there was a little pissing contest there. Well, he ended up sucking.
Yeah.
And so.
And who is the catcher that they got from the Yankees?
Montero.
Yeah, Jesus Montero, who they said.
They do it with him too?
No, but I mean, the prospects for the Mariners from Montero to Dustin Ackley. This is not necessarily, now Julio worked out, but they don't necessarily have the best track record of their top prospect.
They didn't really do this with Julio, though.
Here's the list of players that have gotten the long-term contracts with 0 MLB service time. It's Jackson Churio, Cooper Pratt, who signed it this year with the Brewers as well.
That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, because the Churio one worked out. The Cooper Pratt one, it was for like $50 million.
8 years, $50 million.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, nor have I. So that was the one.
Is he a pitcher?
I don't know. I just saw in when they announced the.
He's a shortstop.
Yeah, when they announced this one with the Mariners, they brought up the fact that Milwaukee had just done this, and I kind of forgot that they had done it with Churio and that it worked.
And then Luis Robert, solid player.
Yeah.
Eloy Jimenez as well on the White Sox.
Okay.
Colt Keith on the Tigers.
Yeah.
Scott Kingery on the Phillies. Whoa. Flamed out. Evan White, and then Jonathan Singleton, remember him, on the Astros.
So, yeah,
Singleton, yeah, he didn't do anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like 50% hit rate of like
now the Braves
decent players
do this, but they do it. They've done it with Acuna and Albies and all those guys after they were in the minors. Yeah. They just locked him up early.
Yes, the Braves have done a great job of signing their young talent to long term because the whole point, Major League Baseball has a great cost control system early on. Was this is arbitration. You don't start making real money in the major leagues until you've been in the leagues for 5 years. So there is an element of sign these guys early and you can get team-friendly deals, but there's a difference between signing a guy early after a year or two in Major League Baseball as opposed to never taking it at bat and giving someone potentially, it's $95 million guaranteed and then there's escalators. Like they said like 130 this could end up being, but if it gets to 130 then it's great because that means that he obviously is hitting the escalators.
I think what's interesting is if you're him, I mean, I get why Kelnick said, nah.
Yeah.
Kelnick was one of the top prospects, if not the top prospect in baseball.
And probably had better numbers because in the minor leagues, he raked.
It was very weird how the difference between him in the minors and him in the majors. He could not hit in the majors. Unbelievable. Colt Emerson, there's no guarantee he can hit in the majors.
No.
So he's like, yeah, you know what? It's just an interesting decision for a kid.
Yep.
20-year-old kid, $95 million is on the table, or you risk it. And over those 8 years, that's a long time. You could probably, if he's a superstar, dude, he's leaving $200 million on the table.
The only nice part is with this is you get, regardless of what happens, you have $95 million, right? Like, and that's if you're a total bum. You still have $95 million. If you are successful, you don't have $95 million. You have 100 and let's say you even hit half of your escalators. You have 120 million, and you're a free agent at 28, and now you're still signing a big, probably $200 million contract.
You probably get another 8-year deal if you're that good.
If you're that good, or you sign a 4-year deal at 35 a year. So I mean, you are leaving money on the table, but you still, if you're good, you still have time to sign a big second contract. And I mean, God, you blow something out or you just can't do it. Here's $95 million. I get that. Now, would you do it, or would you bet on yourself, knowing that you're not going to make any real money for probably at least 4 years?
$95 million is a lot.
I don't think you can turn it down.
The Evan White thing, $24 million. It's like
maybe.
Churio's interesting. He was 8 years, $82 million. 8 years is a long time.
Yeah.
The Emerson one is just him and Chury are way more than everyone else's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
I think that they make it. That's a real strong consider for me.
Because Emerson's 95, Churio's 82, and then Pratt and Robert were 50.
And also,
Jimenez 43, and all the way down to the 20 million.
And also, I mean, I do think this matters. Where's Emerson from? Oh, California or wherever. Jackson Churio is from Venezuela. And, $82 million in Venezuela is a lot different than $82 million in the United States.
Colt Emerson, Zanesville, Ohio.
Okay. And I just think when you're talking about people that are from the DR, from Venezuela, the money there, I mean, that's 82.
Well, to them, they're just cashing in.
They're cashing in.
Colt Emerson, I don't know if he feels that, but dude, I think they made it high enough.
We can't really.
That's a real. I think I might take $95 million, and that's not to me, and I won't because the one thing I was thinking is like, does that diminish a kid's
desire?
Yeah, to get better, and do they rest on their laurel? Like, I don't know how Colt Emerson's made up, but
I was listening to there was a.
I do think some of those guys from DR or Venezuela, I do think some of those guys, and it has been a problem that when they get paid,
they're done.
They feel like they've made it, and they slough off.
Yeah, because
and that's a problem.
Those guys don't live here full time. They go back to their country in the off season, and they live like kings. I was listening to, there was a clip of Brock Heward, Brock and Salk, and they had, I don't remember who they had. They had a Major League Baseball guy on there, and they were talking about why the Mariners did this. And they said that not only obviously is he tremendously talented, but they said that the Mariners, the makeup of this kid, they are just like over the moon about. And they said like his approach to hitting and all of that. So it's not just an element of he's our top prospect. I guess they just think he has the DNA makeup that is different than everyone else.
Well, that would be why they offered him $95 million.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
I mean, the Mariners just don't have the best track record of these guys, working out. But had you done this with Julio, it would have worked. Like, what did Julio? What did he get?
Yeah, he signed for a couple $100 million.
Yeah, I was going to say what his contract was.
But you're right. Maybe they did offer him. He didn't take it. I don't know.
Yeah, if he bet on himself. So he signed a 12-year, $209,
which is in 3 years going to look great.
Yes,
if he keeps
100%.
doing what he's doing.
Yep.
It has with potential of 17 years and $470 million.
Yeah, so they basically got him for his career
again. A nice
smart front office up there in Seattle.
Well, it's the NFL model of today's price is not tomorrow's price.
That's right.
And when you sign these massive deals at the time, they're kind of shocking, but as the market gets reset and numbers keep going up, those deals actually end up looking halfway decent unless you're like Pujols' deal didn't age well. Trout's deal didn't age well. Who else? Remember Mo Vaughn and Jason Hayward? There have been some of these that do not age well at all.
So if you're wondering, Kelnick turned down $45 million. He has made $9 million.
Yeah. So, you know,
a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, you think he?
Yes.
I mean, you have to think about that, right? Like,
yeah, $9 million makes it hurt less, but still, after taxes and paying the agents and I don't even think he's on a roster now, is he?
I don't think so. Last he was with Atlanta, right?
Crazy. All right, coming up next, yes, athletes poop too, and Dan Hurley explains the headbutt. Fun with Sports Audio starts next. Here's Steven.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Yes, as Isaac and Sue were just talking about, the Seattle Mariners, they have agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson, the shortstop, who has yet to make his Major League Baseball debut, but he gets an 8-year contract extension worth $95 million guaranteed. That contract becomes the largest ever for a player who has yet to make his Major League debut. Tiger Woods, he announced he is stepping away to seek treatment and focus on his health. He released a statement today saying, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health." The Blazers, they officially announced Tom Dundon as their new owner of the franchise today, and Dundon and his team, they released a statement as well. They said, "On behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season. The team will have an introductory press conference on Thursday that will feature Tom Dundon and a couple of his alternate governors, Panda Express CEO Andrew Chung and Collective Global CEO Sheil Tile will be there on Thursday as well." Blazers on the court tonight have a big one down in LA taking on the Clippers. Blazers 1.5 games behind the Clippers for that 8th seed in the Western Conference right now. Clippers 4.5 to 5-point favorites in that game. And Amari Stoudemire, Doc Rivers, Candace Parker, Elena Deladon, and Mark Few have been chosen to join the Basketball Hall of Fame. Those will be officially announced later on this week. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com. pumping.
Now to fun with audio. I've got a lot of it here. Probably won't get to it all today, but it's a good thing we have a show tomorrow.
Yeah, give it that old college try.
I do enjoy social media for this very reason, and it is that while I don't enjoy the NBA product that it puts out, I do enjoy waking up in the morning and scrolling through social media to find out if anything fun, interesting, or funny happened.
Yeah.
And what do I get this morning when I scroll? I open up my X account, and I look through there, and I see Anthony Edwards talking about taking a dump.
First game back, by the way. He'd been out for a while.
Yeah, been out.
Yeah,
Makes his triumphant
that's
routine.
what I see. I'm like, oh, man, I got to click on that. What is he? Because like every 2 weeks, that guy says something that gets people riled up.
Anthony Edwards is the most...
he's great.
Yeah, his personality, it's the best personality or maybe the most vibrant personality in the league. This side of Mr. Ivy, who's got his own thing going on.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Wow.
Well, anyway, Anthony Edwards was not out there for the opening tip of their game last night. Mm-hmm. And, of course...
Yeah, we have to know why.
Well, yeah, I mean, they don't just hold up the game for you.
It's one of the best players in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe they should hold up the game. If a guy's in the toilet and he's not out there for the tip,
yeah.
Do you wait a couple minutes?
I don't think you can.
No, time it out better.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, sometimes you can't.
It is. Look, I've played in a lot of games, and I've never once had that where you missed a kickoff because you had to go in there. And like being a football player, that's a process because there's a lot of tape on and there's pads and
Lamar Jackson knows all about this. He had to have a guy run after him.
He had to have that shuffle run. It happens.
The guy followed him into the locker room because he needed help with all his uniform.
It's hard. It's hard to get that stuff off.
So here was the reporter asking Ant about why he was not out there.
What happened to you for the first minute of the game?
I was taking a yeah, but yeah, like I said, Mike held it down for me. Yeah.
And then he came out, and then he trots out there. Like he checks in like a minute later.
It probably felt great.
Really sweaty though.
Yeah, well,
like extremely sweaty.
It might have been one of those you had to go in the handicap bathroom and like hold the rails and like kind of really bear down. Maybe.
Well, it hit him late.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have had his.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all been there. It's showtime. It's like oh. And listen, I don't know about you, but as a grown man at the age of 50, I learned a long time ago. You don't mess with that.
No.
If I have to miss the start of a show, I'm missing the start of a show. I'm not going to be a hero and try to hold it. And neither is Ant Edwards, and I'm happy that he understands that at a young age.
Well, and he's out there being explosive. You can't be slapping floors and getting in a 3-point, like a real good defensive stand. Or launching threes when you got a turtle.
He's a high flyer.
Yeah,
can you imagine exploding off the ground trying to dunk with that going on? You can't do that.
We also know there's a difference between if you've got a turtle and if you feel like the floodgates are going to open. Because the turtle, you might be able to think that you can fight it, but when the dam's about to burst, that's an entirely different animal. Can't do it. Can't do it.
So I wish he would have sort of expanded on. What kind of situation was it? Yeah. Was it,
I just appreciate it.
Because we don't know. Was he a hero for getting back there in a minute? Or was it, it's like, come on, you could have tied that up before the.
Maybe you don't take a.
I don't know. I don't know what to think of it.
Well, and sometimes in those, you can cut it off a little early. You just get it's an emergency relief. And then you can, you're like, hey, I'll deal with this maybe at the half.
This also isn't the first time he has done this.
No,
really.
Yes, this is not the first time. He had the same exact situation happen before, where he had to go to the bathroom before the game.
See, I feel like.
Well, I remember Zach Collins locally. Zach Collins missed his first NBA game ever because he had the trots.
Yeah, well, it does happen. I mean,
you got. But a lot of people at the time were like, "Are you kidding me? You're missing your debut. The guy's got diarrhea. What do you want from him?
Right.
You can't. Haven't we all been where like you're like, dude, I can't leave the house. Like I need to be around. I just.
Yeah, it's true. It's just funny when it happens to athletes. Like, I don't know if you'll remember this one, but this is one of my favorites in that regard, and it's Chan Ho Park.
I don't remember Chan Ho Park.
Well, he had the squirts, and they asked him about it after the game.
I was sick. Well, I had a lot of diarrhea. That's what you want to know?
The manager said you were sick.
Yeah, I had a lot of diarrhea. Yeah, I had a diarrhea and then. Why? Why it's funny?
No.
I mean,
You think?
save it. Yeah, the off day, I had a lot of diarrhea, so, and I feel afraid flu, and then yesterday I got flu too.
So I think he said I felt afraid.
Who's that guy that can't hold it together?
It's one of his teammates.
Well, I mean,
it wasn't a media member.
What do you want? He's like,
you can't laugh at that if you're a media, but your teammate, he was giving him so much crap behind him. And then we also have Kimi Räikkönen. I don't know if you remember this. This is Formula One 2006.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
In Brazil.
Yeah, this is good.
Kimi, you missed the presentation by Pele.
Yeah.
Will you get over it?
Yeah, I was having a
He was having one.
I was having a...
Jimmy Butler... Jimmy Butler pooed himself recently when he was with Golden State. He had one where, you can't hide it. It's like you look in the back of your shorts and you got a big yellow brownish stain down there. You know what happened. He took a gambler and he lost. Joe Paterno ran off the field, across the field during a live play to go to the locker room. Came out at the half, different pants. We know what happened there. I mean, look, no one's immune to it.
I remember watching the Ducks back in the day, and I'm convinced Ernie Kent had the same thing. He just ran off in the middle of a play and then came back, like 5 minutes later, and
he went in the middle of the
game.
He just left the court?
Yeah, left the bench.
That's definitely what that is.
And then we talked about Lamar Jackson, how he trotted off the field, the guy had to follow him.
Yeah. Lamar wouldn't own it, though.
Right, he didn't admit it, which is wild.
Well, some guys are embarrassed. Paul Pierce tries to claim that he didn't do it. We all saw it, Paul. We can see the stain on your shorts. Like, we know what happened.
I remember, I've been doing a little Nike Hoop Summit ads here, and I remember going to the game one time. I was like front row because I had practiced with the team, and Xavier Henry, remember him? Former Jayhawk.
Yeah.
He had a little stain on his butt, I remember.
Yeah,
and I was like,
it happens. We've all been there.
In fighting, you see it a lot. Like, you get hit in the liver, or you get kicked in the stomach, or if you get choked unconscious, you have some oopsies. If you do that long enough, if you've ever been hit or kicked in the liver, and it's not like the floodgates completely open, but you do have to stop what you're doing and pick yourself up, and then you're like, I'm done for the day. You go in the bathroom, clean yourself up, change, and then everyone knows, and no one really laughs because you've been there. If you've ever really been hit hard in the stomach, it frees some stuff up. Happens.
Well, I love Ant Edwards.
He's a treat.
I think he absolutely is a treat.
Yeah. He's just was taking an S.
Did you see the video he did with Barack Obama, by the way? He did this maybe a week or two ago. He shot around with Barack and started playing all different sports with him. It is really funny because he's talking a bunch of trash to him.
I think I did see it, but I didn't click on it.
Yeah.
I saw it come across.
It's worth the watch, whatever it was. Okay. A couple minutes long. He's talking so much junk to Barack. It's very good.
There's a great one. I don't remember if it was maybe the Boston Marathon or it's one of the big marathons, and one of the gals is running, and they're filming her, and she says as she goes by, because I guess in marathons this happens quite a bit where they just, they let it go, and she. As she runs by the camera, she says, "Can you not film me from the waist down? I just blanked my pants." And the cameraman's like, "Yeah." She goes,
"Thank you."
Yeah, if you look up marathons, it happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Well, you can't stop running. You got to keep going.
Well, and imagine and
it probably feels great.
Well,
let it go.
Yeah. Although then you got to run with it, and there's a burning sensation, and that's.
But you're already all sweaty, and it's better to have it out than in.
Yeah,
you're not running with that.
Football, we pee a lot, and you just pee yourself, and it's not a big deal. But the back end, you gotta be careful with that. But
all right, Dan Hurley explains the headbutt.
Lies.
Coming up next on The Fan.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, one more clip for you here, and then we'll have more fun with sports audio tomorrow. But Dan Hurley has been asked now about his referee headbutt.
Yeah.
And this was after Mullins hit the big 3 for UConn the other night. Not Mullins, but Hurley. If you haven't seen it, he gets all high tea and he basically goes forehead to forehead with the official.
Yeah, contact is made.
And stares him down. And it's just the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like it from a coach. So here is Dan Hurley addressing what really happened.
And you got juice, man. If I was hooping, I'd like to come play for you because any coach that's going to run up and headbutt the ref and just get in his face like that, like, hey, tell me what happened there, coach. Like, what you told him? What you told him when you was up there like that? Like, what's up? What's happening?
Really, at that point in the game, we had it won. And he's such an easy guy to work with during the game that I thought he was coming over to chest bump me to celebrate the shot. Because it's not like that for me with him. Like my experience with him has been,
no,
we haven't won every game. I haven't agreed with every call, but so that was in no way was that like me and a ref that I had been at their throat the whole game. Like other points in the game where I had my arm around them, walking like out of the timeout. We were cracking jokes and laughing. With that situation. Now the one at Marquette, when I was on my man's neck, screaming into his neck, like, yeah, I mean, that was a guy that's like coming right up to the line and losing his mind. But that was more like the emotion of the shot. And this is a cool ass ref guy. I just like was.
Were you guys sharing the moment together?
No, he was just coming up to tell me, yo, it's 0.3.
Oh,
I think there's going to be 0.3 or 0.4 on the clock is what he was saying to me. And I was still so hyped from the shot going in that I was like, like anyone would have walked up on me right there. Yeah. I was just,
I love it.
So there's his explanation.
Yeah,
I don't know who that guy is laughing at everything he says. But
it is just
that is Mark Ingram, former Heisman Trophy winner. That's on the triple option.
Dude,
podcast.
That is still just absolutely bizarre. That ref would have had every right at that point to tee him up. But I love how he's like, oh no, I don't, that official, like that dude spends all game every day screaming at an official and he believes that he was coming up to chest. I know he's being facetious there, but
if that's the case, isn't that say more about the official? Because he's talking about how he's boys with that guy and like, oh, that guy would never team me. Like that makes me think like, man, like I'm not a big rigged conspiracy guy. But like, I'd be pissed if I'm, if I'm a dookie right now.
That whole thing is just bizarre. I've never seen anything like it. Never.
Well, the explanation makes no sense. No. Like he didn't really explain it.
No, he did not.
Like he just.
And I think both sides.
Excited.
I think both sides don't want it explained because I think in reality
they're buddies.
They both look terrible,
right? Aren't they buddies?
That's what he said.
Is that
he
the
said
only
they're friends.
Yeah, like the only explanation is they're buddies because he said I thought he was coming up to chest bump me.
Well, I think he's just.
But I mean,
I think both of these guys are looking for an excuse about what happened. I think what happened is Dan Hurley was being Dan Hurley, and the official doesn't want to be like, I got hit and I didn't call it because I was intimidated by him. I truly believe that. And so you really they're buddies, and they're like, show me this video of you laughing and joking with your arm around him. I would love to see that because all I see from Dan Hurley on the sidelines is him yelling and screaming 24/7 at officials. But apparently this is the one guy that he's super friendly with. And so to be super friendly, he mean mugs him. I mean, he literally stares him down, puts his head into that guy's head, and the official kind of sloughs it off. Boy, that sure looks friendly to me.
I will say this. I do buy the fact that the ref may have gone up to him to tell him how much time's left.
That I can see.
We didn't see any voice. We didn't see any mouth move because I think the ref was caught off guard. Like, what is this a-hole doing right now?
Yeah, it's a...
The only athlete more chummy with the refs is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, they do seem to get a little buddy. I don't know. I just think it was a weird situation for everyone involved, and no one wants to talk about it. So the official, according to one, and we haven't heard from the official there. Who was it? Was it one of the CBS guys? Claims that he talked to the official, and the official was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, I don't remember anything.
He said that after the game.
Which is total the official doesn't remember that. And now we got Dan Hurley dismissing the whole thing as like, oh no, we're great friends. And I love how he's like, I don't agree with every call, but I would never yell at him because we're
Roger
friends.
Ayers, the ref, the official, he will not be part of the Final Four also.
Because of this?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's a weird situation.
And that ref he's officiated 7 Final Fours in his career, including last year's Final Four. So he's done a ton of them, but he is not on the list to do the Final Four this year. So a lot of people are assuming it's because of this.
Why is no one... Like, no entities are talking about it, though.
No.
Like, the NCAA hasn't said anything.
No one wants to talk about it. Because I think it's a very uncomfortable moment.
It kind of goes back to our referee conversation with the ABS. Should he have called the technical in that situation? That would have lost the game for you guys.
Yeah, they would have lost.
Is that because you get one or you get 2 free throws? Yeah,
and then the ball.
Yeah. And they were up by 1.
They were up by 1, so it could have cost them the game. I think in that moment, I think the official knew it, and I think he didn't. He's like, I don't want.
That would have ruined the moment.
It would have ruined the moment, and I think that Hurley got away with bumping an official, and I don't think anyone wants to talk about the fact that Dan Hurley is the new Bob Knight, and you can't hit officials. Because you can't convince me that if that was any other point in the game that isn't an immediate technical. When have you ever seen someone make contact in a mean fashion, staring an official down and bumping him? If that had been a player... And that's my thing. Had a UConn player done that to the official, I believe he would have teed him up.
Great. And to Rob's point, that's why no one's talking about it. The NCAA doesn't talk about it because they want that moment to be everywhere.
Yes.
They want to advertise it like this is March Madness.
I think it benefits everyone if they just shut up and there's no good explanation for it. So you have a horse crap one from Hurley and you have a horse crap one from the official, and
it's weird.
I think Dan Hurley is really, really lucky that official didn't get caught up in the moment, because a lot of officials, I don't care what the moment is, they ain't putting up with that crap.
We need to talk more about his behavior in general.
He is a loose cannon.
I feel like he is pushing the boundaries of appropriate behavior by coaches, and that's saying something because most of those guys are loose cannons over there.
Yes.
He is pushing those boundaries.
He even has said it when he talked about screen. If you've seen the clip, the one he's talking about where he said he's yelling into his neck, I mean, he is...
right behind him.
It is right there, and he is screaming at him. And he even admits it. He's like, and he laughs at it. He's like,
Yeah.
But then when anyone talks about it, Dan Hurley then brings up the fact that we're all soft, and we've gone soft, and he's trying to bring back some sort of, I don't know, toughness to the world of coaching.
Do you get your own Black Hawk flyby?
I think it was an Apache.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Which is even worse.
Do you get your own government flyby?
Nah, I'm a soy boy.
You are a soy boy.
Yeah.
Tell you who's not. Kid Rock. Mm-hmm. That's who's not. We'll get to that to kick off the club next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, the Portland Trail Blazers announced today that Tom Dundon is officially the new owner of the franchise. Dundon then released a statement, and in it said, "On behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season." Now, the team will introduce Dundon in a Thursday introductory press conference. It'll be Dundon along with some alternate governors, and Panda Express CEO Andrew Chung and Collective Global CEO Sheil Tile will all be introduced. Seattle Mariners, they have agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson. Interesting part about this is Emerson has yet to play in the major leagues, but he signs a 8-year extension worth a guaranteed $95 million. This contract becomes the largest ever for a player who has yet to make his major league debut. Tiger Woods announced he's stepping away to seek treatment and focus on his health. He released a statement also. He said, "I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health." Not sure exactly what he's stepping away from, but it seems like he will not be at the Masters coming up soon. Trailblazers are in action tonight, taking on the Los Angeles Clippers down in LA. Blazers are 1.5 games behind the Clippers for the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Clippers down to a 4.5-point favorite in that one. And Amari Stoudemire, Doc Rivers, Candace Parker, Elena Deladon, Mark Few are members of the new class, 2026 class of the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt, missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
You're still an idiotic, a moron.
The color white to me just always works.
I know that I'll probably have to join a white supremacist gang.
What?
My mom is adorably racist.
I wish I could have more white things. Could you mix in a black?
For the club, baby. On 105.1 and 1080, The Fan. Who?
Apparently they don't like the blacks. They're trying to give them back. My God.
By request, those drops.
Yeah, that's awesome.
The snake one is great. I love it.
My new snake bite. I lost it there. Speaking of, the whole snake thing, the internet is up in fury over a black snake. They're making a Harry Potter TV show, and apparently they made Snape black, and the internet can't handle it.
They made, wait, what?
Professor Snape, the guy Alan Rickman in the Harry Potter movies.
He's a black guy?
He's a black guy now, and people not happy about it. Apparently they don't like the blacks. They're trying to give them back. Harry Potter fans not real happy about it. Anytime, there's like the last time we saw the Little Mermaid, they made the Little Mermaid black. They didn't like that. Doesn't like the blacks. Because apparently if a fictional character in a made-up world of wizards and dragons and whatnot, that's all fine. You can believe all that, but a black guy? No. Oh, yeah, they signed that brown guy, and then I went right past it. I love that we draw the line there.
Not believable.
Wizards and Voldemort and all that. Yeah, that's fine.
The color white to me just always works.
Magical owls. You know what I can't believe? A black professor. Nope.
I just have always preferred the whites.
My buddy who's a big Harry Potter guy, he said it's awkward though. I guess in the movies, I haven't really seen them. I've seen pieces and I haven't read any of the books, but I guess in the books Harry, the main character, just doesn't trust Professor Snape, And like he's like, I can't put my finger on it, but there's just something about him that I don't like. And I guess there's this big thing about it. He just can't put his finger on it, but it's just different. There's something about him. And now they've made him the one black guy. Now Harry Potter's like, I don't know what it is about this guy, but I don't like it.
I wish I could have more white things.
I guess it's somewhat problematic. Whoops.
Here now. So what do we suppose was going on at Kid Rock's house today? Or yesterday?
Oh, little America. He built I guess his house is the White House. He built a replica of the White House.
The Southern White House.
Yeah, the Southern White House.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean, if you are a rich guy, you can do worse than like building a replica of the White House. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, apparently the Army is now reviewing. They've launched an administrative review.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will find nothing.
No, the Secretary of War, he already cleared him. He said, Kid Rock, basically, I love you, and no investigation, and the pilots are unsuspended.
So 2 AH-64 Apache helicopters were on a training run.
Yeah.
They hovered near his home, and Kid Rock posted 2 videos on social media about it. I guess it was Saturday. But he's standing out by his pool with the Statue of Liberty. He's got a replica Statue of Liberty there.
Yeah.
And these helicopters are just...
they're hovering. Waving at him.
Like by his pool.
I'm not going to lie.
And he's saluting.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know. But like the idea of like you're like hanging out at your pool and then like 2 Apache warships show up and then the guy's giving you the thumbs up. I mean, it's and then they just take off. Yeah, the 2 pilots were suspended. And then the Secretary of War, because Kid Rock apparently is like now a member of our apparently
surely he's on the cabinet.
I would think
right?
so. Like, I love that he's become the focal point of all things entertainment for the Republicans. It's crazy. Like, all you have to do to get in their good graces is just be famous and be like, I love you guys. And then they're like, Kid Rock, greatest of all time. And yeah, he just said that the suspension's been lifted. He said no investigation and move on.
So I assume they just knew that was Kid Rock's house. They said that there was no official request to the Army from Kid Rock.
No, I just think they knew that.
They knew he lived there.
Yeah. Well, if you're
they're cruising by and they see him out there, they're like, hey.
Dude, if you're in Tennessee and you see the White House and you're like, oh, yeah, that's Kid Rock's place, you go in for a closer look and he's out there at the pool. Like, I don't blame anyone.
I love that.
I'm not a Kid Rock fan, but if I was an Apache like pilot, I might cruise in for a closer look. The next thing you know, he's waving at you, you wave back. I mean, look, of all the things that we can get our panties in a bunch, is this really like what we're, is this really what we're going to freak out about? Like, oh.
Our panties have been bunched.
Yeah, we need to unbunch our panties.
Yes, well, we do, but I don't know how you unbunch them at this point.
You
like,
can't.
There's just too many.
There's too much bunch.
There's too much bunch.
The bunch has been knotted.
In our panties.
Yeah, someone, but like, I think it was like Jake Tapper. It was like, what if this was Springsteen? And I'm like, yeah, there's probably a valid point there. Someone tells me that this is only okay because the guy in question agrees with your policies.
Well,
Someone tells me if you rolled up to Eddie Vedder's house and saluted him in Apache, you might have a problem with this. I don't know what we're doing anymore. We're an unserious country.
I just think it's funny that we think these are serious people. Like the whole thing is just unserious. You said we're an unserious country.
Yeah.
Not all of us.
We are. Whatever happens to us, we deserve it. We are an unserious place.
Everyone that has power is unserious.
Yes, we are an unserious place.
We have turned very unserious, and I mean very.
I don't even know what we're doing anymore. I'm like, what? At this point,
I would say I don't know how it happened, but I most certainly do. We all do.
Saluting Apache helicopters. Can I get an Apache to fly by? I want to know what would happen, like with the olds, if an Apache just rolled up to my house.
You drive an electric car.
I know.
You think they're flying by your house?
I'm ready for Stephen A. Smith to be president.
Are you?
Yeah.
Supposedly he's taking it seriously.
Him versus The Rock. That's what I want.
Look, idiocracy is upon us at this point.
Dude, this is going to be terrible to say.
This ought to be good. I can't wait.
Well, under no circumstances ever should Stephen A. Smith be our leader.
Oh God, no.
And yet I kind of think it's an upgrade. I never thought I would say that in a million years, and yet here we are.
Here's what I'll say. Deep in my soul, I want to say that there's no chance that he could win, but I can't say that.
I don't think you can say that.
No chance.
There's nothing anymore that like there used to like. How do you say it? Like you knew who could or couldn't be president. We had the leading candidate one time get undone because he went, ah! That was it. That was it.
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean was the leading candidate, and he did that. And they were like, well, we can't elect him. Dude, that is gone. Like, the whiteboard has been erased. It's just an empty board at this point. So if you told me that Stephen A. was going to be the president in 3 years, I'd be like, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah, like that we believe that it's all believable at this point. Hey, Rob.
Is there anyone that it would shock you if they were president?
No.
Nobody.
No.
There's
no more. I am unshockable. I'm just maybe if Howard Dean, what's he up to?
Dead?
Linda McMahon.
Linda McMahon.
Linda McMahon is in charge of the Department of Education.
Yeah.
I want you to realize that. Fox News hosts, just hosts, are in charge of in charge of the military. Like we've crossed any sort of bounds of normalcy. That stuff's gone. And this is just our new norm now. Every day I wake up and I see a new headline or I see a new clip and I'm like, well, it's same as different day. All right. And then I go about my day and mow my lawn and wait for the Apache helicopter to come by my house. And stand on the roof and give him the thumbs. I would give him a thumbs up. I don't know if I would salute. That's weird. I'm not a military guy. I'd give it a thumbs up. I am a veteran of the Portland Street Wars, though, so I got that. Maybe I should salute as a veteran of
your service.
Thank you for my service in the streets of Portland. Stuff's popping off.
All right. Well, Kid Rock cleared. Kind of cool, probably for him.
Yeah, look,
up there at the White House, the Southern White House.
I don't care who you are. The one thing we can agree is that if you got a personal Apache salute, that would be cool. It's cool. That might be the coolest. Maybe like a Harrier jet. I don't know what else could be as cool.
Kid Rock was so irrelevant too, and now he's like a main dude.
Well, the best part about Kid Rock is that Kid Rock was a rich white kid from the suburbs, and then he turned himself into an underground rapper. And then when that didn't work, and then he became like a rock guy. And then he just reinvented himself as a Southern guy. He hangs a Confederate flag at his concerts. He's from Detroit, Michigan. But at his concert, he hangs a Confederate flag. He moved to Tennessee. And now he's just rebranded himself as the entertainment czar of the right. And
hey, man,
it has worked.
Anything to keep the money flowing.
Well, Dean Cain's done it. There is money to be had if you're an entertainer and you just decide that you're going to go full that way.
I'm with you guys. I can't wait for the next Super Bowl halftime show, and it's Kid Rock and Myers Leonard. That's going to be great.
Yeah. There's a really good article in Rolling Stone from a while back about hammering down. And the Rolling Stone, it's really weird. It comes across as Kid Rock basically admits that what he's doing is a grift. He just he kind of
aren't all these people grifters.
Well, he just
don't we all know that? But
yeah,
I guess we don't.
Everyone knows that.
No, that's the problem. The people don't know that.
Yeah.
Well, but people with brains do.
Yeah. Well, he just. And there's a lot of people that think Kid Rock is. Someone said, "I think Kid Rock's cool." I get it. Kid Rock does. You know, I
have a Kid Rock album
for a lot of. Oh yeah, I had Kid Rock back in the day. And he's very big and flashy, and he's got a. I get why a lot of people think Kid Rock is cool, but at this point, everyone knows. Well, maybe they don't, but he's basically said he's reinvented himself, and people do this all the time. When MC Hammer tried to be a gangster rapper, the one thing you can give Kid Rock credit for, besides the fact that obviously he has some sort of talent, you don't get to where he is without being talented. That guy moves with trends. When one thing stops working, he moves to something else. And when that stops working, he moves to something else. And this is the next one. I bet you he's made more money in the last 4 years than he has since he was really popular back in the day. Singing about, and now he does the family values, even though half his songs are about pimps and hookers and and all that, but
go listen to his songs.
Yeah. No, man, he's family values. Putting on those Kid Rock
Early Morning Stone Pimp. That was literally one of his songs.
But again, man, you reinvent yourself and make money.
All right, got a little Hollywood news and some viral videos that are out. It's got people abuzz. We'll get to those items coming up here on the Fan. Well, we were talking about keeping the money flowing, and Kid Rock may or may not be doing just that. Someone did point out that he's had to cancel shows because no one's buying tickets.
I think he's making more money than he would be if he was just being.
Well, that's true.
The old Kid Rock.
That's true, but that's not. I don't know that that's saying much.
Oh, Bob. I think his name is Bob.
Yeah, but
his name is Bob.
But Rob Schneider has reinvented himself this way, and Dean Cain. That one gal that finished 5th in the swimming at the NCAA, she's made a career out of that.
Yeah, Riley Gaines.
Yeah, there's money to be made. Money to be made in outrage. I mean,
you're certainly covered. Like you're out there. Your face is out there. Your quotes are out there. Your social media is out there. I don't know how much money they're making off of it, but he is certainly in the news quite a bit. As is Celine Dion. Well, actually, she's not. I don't know why I said that.
She retired. She had like some sort of like muscle stiffness disease where she couldn't. She's like rigid something.
Right, rigid something.
Well, I mean the disease. I think there's like some. I think rigid's in the title, but like your muscles you become stiff, like you can't move.
Yeah, I don't know if we were ever gonna see her again. It's kind of like Neil Diamond. It's like when Neil Diamond got diagnosed.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I bet you we don't see him.
Yeah.
Ever again.
Well, Celine Dion she did the Olympics, right?
Yeah, she did.
She did a song in there.
She was performing on the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
So she can still sing. She has announced she is coming back.
Oh, by the way, yeah. Literally, her disease is called stiff person syndrome.
Yeah.
I thought there was maybe more of a technical term, but no, it's just they didn't get real creative with that one. It's stiff person syndrome.
So she has announced she will be doing a residency in Paris for 10 shows starting in September, and I cannot begin to think how much money those tickets are going to go for.
A lot.
She's only doing 10.
10 shows.
She hasn't done anything for years besides the Olympics.
And this is probably her last time ever doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know about that. She says she feels strong and she's excited. She looks great. I mean, she put out a video. So I don't know. I don't know how she's feeling, but she says she's ready for this, and 10 shows, both in English and in French. All of her songs are going to be in English and French.
She's French Canadian, is she not?
Yeah, she's Canadian.
Okay.
But yeah.
But she's French Canadian.
Her name is Celine Dion.
Oui.
I'll tell you what.
She seems like she's got a great personality.
Bro, she can belt a tune. Like, yes. You can say what you want about her. Time. She really is one of the best of all time.
Yes.
And this, I think these tickets will be thousands upon thousands of dollars.
By the way, it's to say that you'll never perform again, all that setting up is the comeback concert. Anytime someone says, like, I'm done, like Motley Crue has retired like 19 times, and yet they're still out there doing whatever it is.
Well, I don't think she ever said she was done. She just got sick.
She's going out of business sale.
Yeah, exactly. Going out of business.
Oh, weird. We're back.
Everything slashed.
That's every Big Lots that has ever existed. Going out of business. Well, you gonna fly over to France?
Again, I don't think I can afford to go to that. I mean, hopefully Clips Online will service, and I'd like to see what she's bringing to the table, how she's belting a tune here. At this age, I think what did they say she is? She's older than you think.
By the way, the tickets, they are now.
Oh, no, she's only 58.
Good luck getting these, but she apparently has said that they are going to range between $55 and $250.
No way.
Yeah.
You believe that?
No, I don't. Well, I mean, if you can get them, but the secondary market, I'm guessing that those are going to be quite expensive. Like, it's really hard to buy tickets anymore. Like, you have some sort of pre-sale or whatever, but once they get in the hands of secondary normal people, you're going to be paying thousands for those.
And they have all those bots that get in there and swoop them up.
Yeah, I don't believe for 1 second that someone's going to one of those 10 shows for $55. Good luck with that.
It's amazing how far technology has come, because I remember, I used to have that. I mean, he's still a friend of mine, but he's not in the ticket business anymore.
Yeah.
COVID killed him, but Jake is a ticket broker.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine, and he used to, and I did this for him a few times, they would have an army of people all across the country who would go to their local Kinko's or, computer bank and log on and hit refresh on ticket sales and they'd just give you a credit card number, and you would buy as many as you could and send them back to him.
Good luck with that.
They did that all. Well, dude, it worked.
I know, but nowadays
he made a mint off of that.
Yeah,
that's how they. And it's it's borderline. It's like it's
a little. Yeah.
It's the scalping thing.
Yeah.
But that's how they would do it. Is they would just call different people around the country and say, "Hey, go to Kinko's at 8 a.m. when the Foo Fighter tickets go on sale, and snatch as many as you can. Here's the credit card number." That's how they used to do it.
And now
you look at the technology. I don't even know if I should talk. I haven't talked to Jake in a while. I should see what he thinks about how they go about screwing people over now.
Yeah. Well, I saw a thing, and I mean, I don't know if they go to this extreme, but there was do you watch 60 Minutes at all?
Sometimes.
I love 60 Minutes, one of my favorite shows. And they were talking about the stock market. And there was I forget who it was. There was a brokerage who set up their brokerage firm, and they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on a certain type of internet connection. And basically did this whole thing where their trades would go in a fraction of a second faster than anyone else's, so that at the trading, like they would, when the bell hit, their trade would get in before anyone else's by a fraction of a second, and they did that multiple times a day over all these things, and they were making hundreds of millions of dollars off of it. And it's the idea that there are people that with bots and the way they set things up, they can be a fraction of a second faster than you are, and you really can't compete with them. You can't compete with the bots. These people are very sophisticated, and they have it set up to where when those tickets go on sale, they get the best ones. And so if you want those seats, you either know someone or you pay through the nose. That's just the way it works.
And that is why we need Stephen A. Smith as our fearless leader.
That
was a joke.
I actually bought it.
Steven's like, yeah, America.
It would be entertaining.
One of my friend's daughters is in college, and she was doing America, woo! Oh, it was like a human development class, and so they were supposed to interview an older person. Of course, that was me. I was like, oh, awesome, feel great. And one of the things was that they were talking about your childhood growing up, and one of the things was like, what about your childhood was different than today? And they were asking all these questions, and one of the things we talked about was this. I remember when I was a kid in Vancouver, Washington, there was a G.I. Joe's, and we would go and we would camp out. That's how pre-internet. So when my mom, and when I was like in the 8th grade, she'd let me and my idiot friends, we'd show up to G.I. Joe's at like 3 in the afternoon after school with our little camping chairs and sleeping bags, and we would sleep outside of G.I. Joe's. And that's how I got tickets to like Billy Joel and Metallica, Guns N' Roses. And people would come, and older people, and they would pay you, because you could buy, I think each person got to buy like 6 tickets. And so they would basically pay for your tickets as long as you bought theirs. And when you're like in the 8th grade, you didn't know, you're like, oh man, I got a free ticket to this. Meanwhile, that person now has 4 great seats that then they would turn around and sell. And your ticket was only like $37.50, but I didn't have $37.50. So that's how I used to go to concerts when I was young, is scalpers would pay for my ticket to wait in line at G.I. Joe. And then eventually they got like smart to it, and they started doing lottery systems, which pissed people off. I remember the first time that happened, because we had slept out all night, and there was maybe like 100 people in line, and they came out and they gave us random bracelets. So you could have been the 100th person in line, but won the lottery, and people were pissed.
Random, my ass.
Yeah.
You know, G.I. Joe's employees' buddies were getting all those bracelets.
Bingo. And it turned into a whole thing, and so then, it was like they would kick you off the property. You couldn't start lining up at a certain time, but there was a couple golden years where I spent some fun nights in the G.I. Joe's parking lot waiting on seats. And when I told that to my buddy's daughter who's doing the interview, because she's now 20, I might as well have been talking about like having a milkman delivery and riding a horse. She was like, what? I'm like, that's how you got
Are you kidding me?
It's like, that's how you got tickets. It was definitely one of those, you are 1,000 years old, you dinosaur.
All right. We've got a viral video we need to talk about that's made the rounds today. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to think of if I've seen a viral video.
You maybe haven't seen this one.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Tell you what, it's a wild wiggle.
Huh. All right, now I'm intrigued.
I also still have the story from yesterday. We never got to it, but does having children make you happy?
Oh, yeah, I'm intrigued by this.
A new study.
You're only bringing this up because the answer is no.
No, I'd report if it were yes.
I'm amazed how many
but it
people
just so
hate-
happens that the answer is wildly no.
I'm amazed at how many people hate their kids. Well, maybe I'm not amazed.
Here's a man who hates his kids. Steven with SportsCenter.
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, I actually do love my kids. That is reported right here, first of all. Blazers, they have officially announced Tom Dundon is going to be the new owner of the Trailblazers officially. Dundon released a statement, and in it said, on behalf of our ownership group, my commitment to this tremendous fan base is that we are going to be relentless towards building a team that can compete at the highest level every single season. The team will introduce Dundon and a couple of the other alternate governors, including Panda Express CEO Andrew Chung and Collective Global CEO Shield Tile on Thursday in an introductory press conference. For the Blazers on the court, they got a big one tonight down in L.A. They're taking on the Clippers. They're 1.5 games behind the Clippers for the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Clippers are 4.5-point favorites in this one. And according to Jason Quick, Tom Dundon and Shield Tile will be in attendance down in L.A. for that game. Tiger Woods, he announced that he's going to step away to seek treatment and focus on his health after his rollover crash last week in his car. In a statement, Woods said, I know and understand the seriousness of the situation I find myself in today. I am stepping away for a period of time to seek treatment and focus on my health. Seattle Mariners make a move today. They agreed to terms with infield prospect Colt Emerson. Interesting part about this, Emerson has not yet played in the major leagues, but the Mariners signed him to an 8-year contract extension worth a guaranteed $95 million. This contract becomes the largest ever for a major league player who is yet to make his major league debut. For more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of primetime.
Okay, viral video time. It's usually one a day. Gets our attention.
Oh, yeah.
This one, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the woman wiggling out of the cop car.
No.
Check that out.
Wait, like just wiggle cop car?
Well, just, yeah.
I'll see what I can find.
You're a big boy. You can do it.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, so she's being detained. This is in Michigan. And she kind of...
Oh, yeah, I see this here.
Maybe a little hot.
Well, she's cuffed, right?
Yep, she got her hands behind her back. She's cuffed and stuffed in the car.
See what you're doing here when you're saying she's a little hot? It's a sliding scale. Because, it's like when you see a gal doing something that you normally don't, like she gets a bump, like golfers, like you see a cute girl golfing and you're like, she goes up a notch or two. I see where you're going. This is like felon hot. Mugshot shotties have one of these, like where you're like, I could fix her.
She's not like a...
She's not a traditional beauty.
She's not a tweaker.
Yeah.
She looks like, at one point, you can't really see what she looks like fully, but at one point it looks like it's Jennifer Aniston climbing out of that cop car.
Wouldn't that be something?
Anyway, they got her stuffed back there in Michigan, some small town in Michigan. And, actually, I don't know if it's a small town, but it's somewhere in Michigan. And the cops are searching her car.
Muskin Heights.
The cops are searching her car, and some guy across the parking lot is filming her.
Yeah.
So
because anytime the cops are out, someone takes out their camera and starts filming.
So she's in the back, and it's one of those. It's like an SUV.
Yeah, it's they use the Ford Explorers.
And they've got the window kind of cracked. Yeah. I mean, well, not kind of cracked. It's sort of halfway down.
Yeah.
And dude, this bitch, cuffed with her hands behind her back, sticks her head out, and she at first is yelling something at the cops. They don't hear her or ignore her, and so she just wiggles out of the window and down the side. She does not fall on her head. You think she's going to fall on her head.
Well, and you think, too, that she would break the window because she's leaning her whole body on a window that's half up. By the way, Ford should make an ad for that.
Dude, totally.
The strength of our windows.
How does she do that? Bye, bitch.
Yeah. Well, the only problem with this is...
She lands on her feet and runs away.
Yeah,
she's still at large.
Oh, they haven't caught her yet?
No, they haven't caught her. And by the way, the guy filming, I don't know what the deal with that guy. Like, if you're filming, do you tell them?
No.
Do you stop her?
No.
Nah, I think that's one of those you mind your own business. I might give one of these right here. Hey!
Well, I tell you what.
Look over here!
But now that the video's out, don't you think they're going to... I mean, could they have recourse against the guy who filmed it?
Why?
What's he supposed to do?
He wasn't doing anything.
Well, he was supposed to tell them.
He don't have to do nothing.
She's a perp.
You don't have to do anything. Although I'm a little surprised, like her hands are behind her back.
She's still cuffed, yeah.
Yeah. Now,
yeah, she runs off cuffed.
Is it hard to get out of? I don't know. I've never attempted to get out of handcuffs. Like,
I think it would be hard without tools, but I'm sure she went somewhere where somebody could help her out.
She's got a guy who can get her out of those.
That's true. Yeah, she belongs to those streets. Hey, man, she's from Michigan. She was born with larceny in her heart.
I'm telling you what.
Good for her, by the way.
That's amazing. She got out of there. Because that window, it's about halfway. Like you and I couldn't get through
my big ass, and I would,
and we'd fall flat on our face.
100%, or I'd break the window. And if you break that window, you're in some trouble.
She's Spider-Man'd out of there.
There's some shards. And now that I look at it, you're right. She might be kind of hot.
Yeah.
I think she's got a lower back tattoo as well.
Got a little tracksuit on.
I think she's got a little tramp stamp.
Heads out.
Maybe a whale tail. She's got. Go on.
Goes around the arbs, and the cops have no idea. It's hilarious.
Where are the cops?
Well, they show up at the end. The guy keeps filming, and the cops come over to the car. They're like, wait.
I just want the guy filming to be like that way.
Well, it looks like the cops are confused as to which car they put her in.
Yeah,
because they check the other car. They're like, wait a minute, I put her in this car. Wait, she's not here.
I can't believe they haven't. I would have assumed that they would have picked her up about 2 minutes later.
Still at large.
Where is she going? She was arrested on a parole violation, by the way. So, ma'am, I get it. You don't want to go back to prison, but you realize that you're going back. You're on parole. You're going back.
He's a beast.
You don't get to. And my guess is you're going back for longer than you would have gone.
They got her.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, like, where are you?
National news update. They got her. Oh, no. A woman who was filmed escaping from a police cruiser in Michigan is back in custody. The woman who was arrested on Saturday before wiggling out of the cop car's window and fleeing the scene was taken into custody once again after police located her in an abandoned Muskegon Heights home.
Yeah.
She was arrested without incident.
Yeah, where do you think you're going? You dumb. You're handcuffed.
Whoa.
You're on parole.
Wow.
I'm gonna start a free. I need an app to where I told you dumb bitch. When you're getting ready to do something dumb, it just goes live to me and we get to talk you through it. Be like, okay, let's not do this. You're just clearly not thinking your way through this. How did you think that was gonna end? You just gonna leave the country? They were never gonna find you? Just in that moment with your hands cuffed behind your back?
So it sounds like she was involved in a breaking and entering incident.
Yeah.
And they found her in an abandoned car at a business, and they arrested her because they saw that she had the parole violation. That's when she took off.
Oh, and by the way, looking at the mugshot, no.
Not good?
That's not. She's seen some hard times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very different than.
Very different. It's not, yeah.
Wasn't an HD camera.
No,
we didn't get close enough.
No, once we got the close up, it's a little rough. Although, and her line of work, she's out there in the streets. Yeah, that might work a little bit. People, a lot of people rooting for her, though.
I was.
Hey,
you slide out of that window like that? That's baller.
I guess everyone runs from the cops at some point in your life. I think once they get you in the cuffs, that's probably the end of it.
But that's not all, folks.
She's no stranger. She's no stranger to cuffs. She's no stranger to the back of a police car. Well, of course, it's the parole violation anyways. She just didn't want to go back to prison, and who can blame her? Prison's rough.
All right.
That was a fun video.
Yeah, you got to check it out.
Yeah. You're right. About once a day, something.
There's always something.
Yeah, the Kid Rock one was the thing for a while, and some of them are fun and uplifting. The other ones, you're like, oh my god, what are we doing? That's when I go back to we are not a serious place.
You gonna go blow some ducks?
Just problematic. And then some of the stuff out there is just disturbing.
All right. Should I get to the children survey?
Yeah. I want to hear.
Yeah, want to do that next?
Yeah, we teased it and we didn't get to it yesterday.
All right. Does having children make you happy? The definitive study. Next on The Fan.
The new home of the Portland Timbers.
Well, this will be our final trick of the evening. We're done turning tricks.
Thank God.
For you.
I'm gay, I'm gay, I'm gay.
And it is a new survey that might not make some of you happy.
I'm waiting.
You ready for this, Steven?
I'm ready. Give it to me.
We all know people that are like this, by the way. You can't call them out, but
what are you talking about?
People,
kids are their lives and all that?
Oh, no. I'm talking
that
about,
hate their kids.
I know lots of people, obviously, that love their kids, but there are
doesn't
people,
everyone love their kids?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on,
I think a lot of people say they love their kids, and they don't really love their kids, or they have a real odd way of showing it.
I don't hate my kids. I love my kids. I hate being a dad. If that makes sense. I love my kids. I don't like doing dad stuff.
Can
so
you
I hate that.
I want that clip.
That is a good clip.
I just hate being a dad.
Yeah, it's very honest.
But I would not change it for the world. Love my kids. Love them with all my heart. Don't like it.
That honesty, I'm here for. God bless you. That's amazing.
Having children. Jason, Steven, and listeners, does not make you happy.
So if you're in a crappy relationship and you decide to have a kid to fix it, not going to fix it. I can tell you that right now.
Becoming a parent provides no boost to well-being, study claims, but it does ruin your relationship.
There you go.
So
if you have a great relationship, by all means have kids. And hopefully it makes it better. If you have a crappy relationship, adding kids just makes you a crappy relationship with kids, and you hate each other even more. It's just one more thing for you guys to be pissed at each other about.
The study published in the Journal of Evolutionary Psychology contradicts the widespread belief that children are sources of positive emotions.
Well, they're selfish and disruptive. We've known that for years.
It reveals that becoming parents actually triggers a decline in relationship satisfaction. These results do not support our hypothesis that parenthood is positively associated with well-being, levels of positive emotions, and life satisfaction. Instead, our findings suggest neutrality, namely that parenthood has limited impact on these dimensions. In almost all cases, the observable differences between parents and non-parents were tiny. For the study, the team analyzed data of more than 5,000 people across 10 countries, including the UK. Of the sample, 38.5% reported having children. Participants were asked to complete questionnaires which assessed two different types of well-being: day-to-day feelings such as happiness, sadness, and loneliness, or ones that refer to having a purpose in life. Analysis revealed parents were no happier than non-parents, and overall levels of life satisfaction were much the same. The team said a positive link between parenthood and happiness, as documented in previous studies, may actually be down to relationship status. People who are in relationships tend to be better off emotionally compared to those who are single, and they are also more likely to have children. In the new study, the researchers also found that women with children reported a slightly greater sense of having a purpose in life, but the difference was small. Additionally, participants with children reported lower relationship satisfaction than those without children.
Well, again, I think this boils down to what you always say: children are selfish and disruptive. People are selfish. Inherently, people are selfish. And when you have a kid, if you're going to be a good parent, you can't be selfish. You're going to have to make sacrifices, and people that are inherently selfish don't like making something bigger than them. And I ultimately, that's why a lot of people, whether they're real about it or not, don't particularly like, here's the difference. You love your kids. I don't know how many people like their kids, because you always have love. I think it's way easier to love someone than it is to like them. I've said that about my family. I know my family loves me. I don't think they like me. I think those are two entirely different things. Because it's easy to be like, well, it's my kid, I have to love him. You don't want to be around him. You don't want to spend any time with them. You just like seeing them once a year and being like, oh, they're family, you love them. And that does not surprise me at all. when you said that study, I was like, yeah, this isn't going to end well for people.
That was the one thing I learned when I was a parent is I didn't realize how selfish I was and how much I really wanted to have fun by myself. And the kids do take it away for sure. But as you said, like you gotta be there. You gotta be a good dad. Like I'm a good
begrudgingly.
Dad. I'm a good dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to be, but I am.
You got to do what you got to do.
I have to.
I am very lucky in that. Dude, I do a million things wrong, and I've done a million things wrong, and I had to raise my kids mostly by myself. And maybe that's why my kids and me generally still like to be around each other, and all my kids are older now, but it tickles me to death that they still want to hang out with me. Because I know I've made a million errors, but when they have gone out and seen the world, and so many kids don't want anything to do with their parents or vice versa, I love the fact that even in their now 20s, all my kids still want to come back and hang out with the old man. That
it's incredibly awesome.
That is my favorite thing about my life.
It is so cool because you guys kind of make fun of me like when I go to all the kids' sporting events. Like I enjoy that.
Yes.
Like I actually enjoy watching them and hanging out with them and
amazing.
seeing them do stuff.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I still want to do stuff. I still want to go to Vegas.
Yes.
What are we doing here?
But if you can have that, I truly believe there's no better feeling than when you and your kids actually want to be around each other.
And you can bond over stuff. I mean,
yes.
That's the thing.
Yes. I just don't know how many people really want to do that. I think the idea of being a parent is better than actually being a parent.
I think I'd be shocked at how many people actually hate it, like, and don't want any type of relationship. They just say, I love him because it's my kid.
Yeah.
And I'm having trouble figuring this graph out, but it has the happiness gap. And on one side, it's non-parents happier than parents, and on the other side, it's parents happier than non-parents. Pretty much, well, not pretty much, every country is on the non-parents happier than parents side.
Really?
Yeah, but Belgium is the closest to zero, if that makes sense. In other words, pretty neutral. You know what country is by far the worst? In other words, I guess I'm reading this as the biggest gap in happiness by country where non-parents are way happier than parents is the United States.
I wonder, is that like a cost thing too? Because a lot of young kids now don't want them, and it's because like what do they call the two parent income? No, or two twinks.
Oh wait,
what are they? Is that what it is?
It's two income dual dinks. Dual income.
I think twinks is a different thing.
Yeah, you're right. Dinks.
Yeah, twinks income, is dusty.
Dual income, no kids, and it's the idea. It's the idea that you can have money, you go on vacations, you can do all this stuff.
Yeah, dual income, no kids.
And when you have kids, like kids are expensive. Believe me, every time I write that college tuition check, 2 of them right now, it's like, oh.
Can't have twinks either.
Well, I think you can. You just have to have, that's a side twink is what that is.
Gross.
Yeah.
So U.S., Ireland, and Greece, biggest difference, non-parents happier than parents. And then Belgium, Germany, and Czech Republic, pretty neutral. Pretty much everybody's like in the middle.
Except for us.
So basically, except for us. Hey, go home and hug your twinks tonight, okay?
Yes. Dude, I'll tell you, I had a twink call me a silver daddy last weekend. I don't know what to, I was like.
Where was this? We buried the lead, and we're ending the show. What is happening?
Call me a silver daddy.
We're back tomorrow, 3-7.